Hey everyone, how are y'all? Sally Mae, you think Dan is going to stay up with us one night? He always misses all the good stuff after he goes to bed. Alright, y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up and put your chat on live chat. Hey Kay Brace, how are you? Michelle, how are you tonight? Alright, and the email is pinned to the top of the chat if anyone needs it tonight. See you later, how are you? Alright, I'm pretty sure. Michelle, I'm doing good, thank you. I'm pretty sure that y'all have probably heard that they did find O'Reilly's body earlier this morning, and his family did conference today. I'm about to get it pulled up. I thought I had it pulled up here, but I don't. We're gonna play that, and then the sheriff also did a press conference earlier, just a few minutes that I'm gonna play. But yeah, the mama though in that news conference, it's heartbreaking. Hey HT, how are you? Libra Moon, how are you? Yeah, Dan, they found him in the river. It was actually it was a guy that he worked for a company. It was like was a little over 8 miles up the river, or I'm sorry, down the river from downtown. That was removing something out of the river and saw him. Hey Sarah Beth, how are you? King Scarlet, are you feeling better? Snoop's dancing in Discord. Dang it, I done missed him again, Sally Mae. Okay, King Scarlet, I'm glad. Babs, how are you? Hey, Meta Mom, how are you? Sarah Beth, yes, I am doing good, thank you. My voice is a little shot tonight, but I'll be alright. I'll make it through the live. One second. Okay, try to answer a comment back. Let's see. I had a new grandson. Oh, see you later. Congratulations. Hey, Avery. How are you? Oh, Metamom, I'm sorry. Migraines suck. Big time. They will completely wipe you out. Alright, let me grab this. For some reason, y'all keep an eye on your chat also tonight because mine's been bounced off of live chat a couple of times. Let's see, looking forward to my birthday, which is on Easter Sunday. I'll have to keep that in mind. See you later. Hey, Lady B, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, doing good. I was about to tell you were on mute.
My energy level still is like,
Well, I was starting to feel better. Hey, Pokey Dots and Cool Gamer 2, how are y'all? And I had to take my daughter yesterday to an appointment. And she decided she wanted to go eat at this Mexican restaurant, which had music playing. And I don't know if we were sitting under a speaker or what, but it was like super loud. And we both had to talk aloud for the other one to hear.
oh.
And now my voice is like shot a little bit.
Hi, everybody. I'm just going to say hello to everybody.
Okay. Turn Lady B up. Okay, hold on 1 second, Sally Mae, and we are going to cut her up. Okay, there we go.
Hi, King Scarlet. Are you
Okay.
better, hun? You like my
Yeah, she
avatar?
said she was calm now. Yes, it is very pretty.
A friend of
Okay,
mine
so
made it for
I had
me.
to. I like that. I made a note for See You Later's birthday on Easter, so I don't forget.
You made a note for what?
All right.
Oh, see you
See
later
you
on
later.
birthday.
Her birthday is Easter Sunday. So I made a note so I wouldn't forget.
When is Easter this year?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter to me because it's just another day.
Well, Pokey Dots, I hope everything turns out okay with your son. And safe travels to and back home.
Yes,
Cerebus is the last day
prayers.
of March, so March the 31st. Betty Joe, how are you? Hey, Scott, how are you? All right. So I'm gonna pull up this article about Raleigh and read it real quick, and then I'll do the videos. I'm just gonna tell y'all, if you haven't watched the video of the family speaking, um, please say a prayer for them. Um, have some tissue ready.
That mama. Oh,
I couldn't even when I was watching it. It was very hard for me to look at the mom on there because without tearing up, it was the pain that you can see that she's going through. And it's a shame that all mothers of missing kids
aren't, yeah.
aren't like that. It's just y'all have some tissue ready whenever I
Let
pull
me
it up.
ask you a question. Just, I mean, this is kind of out of the blue, but not. Have you heard anything about Chris and Kate, like Katie going out and like looking for Sebastian at all? Has
I
anybody?
haven't. Hey, Yummy Bunny, how are you? I haven't, but that is a case. I guess because I've been so tied up with the Madeline Soto case, uh, and then into Riley's case that I've tried to keep up with what's going on in Sebastian's case.
That's
And
not easy.
yeah, it's really not easy. I haven't, and I don't know all the details of Sebastian's case. Um, so
Really, basically, it's you haven't missed a whole lot from the very beginning. Nothing has changed. The only thing has changed is that there's been some interviews and the dad's out looking, the bio dad's out looking. And does anybody know if the stepdad and mom are out looking? Because otherwise, really, it's about where it was. Nothing really new.
yeah, I haven't heard that they've been out looking. Now, I have heard that there's an interview that the mom and the stepdad did where they kind of, I guess, got loud in this interview. And
Yeah, he did.
okay, well, Libra Moon sent it to me. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Uh, I literally, when I woke up today, the first thing I seen was that they had found Riley,
Yeah, me
and
too.
I started trying to find some information, about how and where and stuff like that. And then I started looking into the Caleb Harris case because that's another college student from Texas who is now missing. Hey, the ugly chuckling, how are you? Debbie, how are you? Um, so I
I
wanted to get some information on that because there hasn't been a whole lot that I could find about his case. Like it didn't take off like Riley's case took off.
no, it didn't. I mean, I knew about it. I kind of went to see if I could find anything new,
Hmm.
but it doesn't really seem like the most information I got actually was from Jules.
And see, I haven't even had a chance to watch her. I haven't. I wanted to watch Pascal today. Whenever he was in Tennessee, I didn't get to watch
I
his.
missed that one.
Um, I caught a glimpse of JLR's and I think CJ's when they were at the prayer vigil for Riley, but no, it wasn't a Red Bull, Scott. It was actually a Pepsi.
Are you not
So
drinking Red Bull anymore?
I haven't had one in a couple of weeks.
Wow. Has the world stopped turning?
No, I've just been trying to be good.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And while I was sick, I didn't drink any. Yes, Libra Moon. I did see where the parents have offered a reward, $25,000 reward in Caleb's case. So
Yep.
I'm gonna y'all. Lady B done passed her coffin over me now.
I'm so sorry. I told you I'm not quite 100% yet.
But we're gonna get to Caleb's case in just a little bit. Hey KK, how are you? Um, Caleb actually went missing March the 4th. Sally Mae, his name is Caleb Harris. He's a Texas A&M college student uh, in Corpus Christi. He's been missing since March the 4th. Uh, Riley went missing March the 8th. Riley's case exploded and took off, where Caleb's case didn't get as much attention. And so I feel like, he's 21 years old. He's the same age as my daughter. And he basically just vanished. Nobody knows where he's at. Um, so we're going to get into that and try to get his face out there and get his information out there. His family has offered a $25,000 reward for any information uh, bringing him home by March the 31st. I don't know what's going to happen after March the 31st. If, there's no movement in the case. But I do have an article that did come out today talking about all that. Hey, Sunset Gazing, how are you? Okay, so let me grab. Oh wait, let me get Avery up here. I didn't know she was sitting backstage.
Hello.
All right, Avery, how are you?
Hi.
Hey, Avery.
I was harassing people in the chat.
You do that well.
I know.
Can y'all see that on? Let me zoom in a little bit.
I can now.
Okay, because when I pulled it up, it seemed like super small. Hey, Brandon, how are you? It's Caleb, the one who went missing, waiting for Uber Eats, or am I thinking? Okay, so
Yes.
apparently, he had
Crazy.
went out like early morning, March the 4th, walked his dog. Him and his friends had been talking about this planned fishing trip uh, that they were planning on going on. He had ordered some food between like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and then his phone just goes off. They don't know if it was the battery went dead or if it was turned off, but he hasn't been seen or heard from since then.
I think his case is really weird. Really, really, really weird.
Because he didn't have his shoes on either, did he?
Like this case with Riley, I never could jump on any of the what do you call theories? I don't think it's conspiracy theories, but
Foul play.
theories and speculation. Like I just thought from day one that he, was intoxicated and fell in the river. But this other case with Caleb, now that one's got me.
Yeah, this one's really strange.
But this with Riley, I did cry this morning because I feel so bad for his mother.
Oh my God, yes.
I know she was just, and the way, you could tell when she said he was her best friend. You could tell that was just so genuine.
Right. Okay, let me read this. JLR bash Riley's. Why would his parents be
What?
bashed? Sally Mae said that another creator had bashed Riley's parents, but why?
Now, I know they've been bashing Sebastian's parents.
Oh,
And Sebastian's stepdad has been going off on JLR. No, not JLR.
Stepdad.
Wait,
Not
I
the
have that.
dad.
Scratch
Stepdad.
that. Okay, yeah, but scratch that whole thing because that whole thing was wrong. I just told a big old lie.
Well,
I don't know. Why would anybody go off on Riley's parents?
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
That really doesn't.
Jeez, I'm just now getting it.
I'm going to say this. I don't know who started the whole rumor about Riley not having his shirt on. That a homeless man had the shirt. I know that there are creators who have pushed that, who have said no. There's a video out with a guy walking in a light colored shirt. And a creator saying, "Oh no, he took his shirt off. That's him with the white in the white undershirt in the video." It was said that a homeless man had no. When Riley was
And the
found,
watch.
yes, and the watch. When Riley was found in the river this morning, he had that same black and tan or black and white, whatever color, it looked tan to me, shirt on, and he had his watch on.
And his cell phone. He had a cell phone too.
Oh, they did find his cell phone?
I believe it was in his pocket.
Okay.
Or or near him or something. But
well, all of these people who are pushing that he didn't have a shirt on, a homeless man had blah blah blah, like for real, it needs to stop. For real.
So I know
people
where
are getting ridiculous.
All that came from people calling into different. You know how like there's a couple creators who have the phone lines and they take calls.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where all those theories and stuff came in from, is those phone calls.
So it didn't come from law enforcement. So
no,
obviously.
In fact, there was even one lady I listened to that called in, I believe, maybe it was T-Rev, because he was even like, I don't know about this. She claimed that she worked there, seen Riley that night,
Yeah, I heard her.
and that she was claiming some pretty like devious stuff,
She
Mhm.
was.
like regarding their own bouncers and stuff. It was pretty bonkers.
Yeah, that's why the other night when I was saying what she said, I was like, now this is all allegedly. This is what she,
Right.
because I didn't
Yeah.
really trust what she had to say either.
Hey, Summer. It's just the fact that putting out a video that did not come from law enforcement, and then people saying that they don't think that that was Riley, and then the creator still saying, "Oh yes, it was. He doesn't have that shirt on because it was taken from him.
Mm.
He had a white undershirt on. Blah blah blah, and all this and that." It was a video that was not released by law enforcement. It was a video that was
Yeah.
released by the building owner. I don't think it. I'll have to go back and look. I don't think it even had a timestamp and date on it. Hey, Jason, how are you?
And oh my gosh, Scarlett, I even heard a creator say last night, and I won't say who it was, but he even speculated that maybe that was Riley with no shirt on, that the color that we were seeing was his skin.
Oh, good
Like he was,
Lord.
lost his shirt and he was, just nude from the jeans up. That was a creator that said that.
This is the reason why, if it doesn't come from law enforcement in a case like this, especially from street cameras,
Uh-huh.
if a law enforcement doesn't put the video out, I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Seems
Okay.
like it's getting worse lately too, for some reason.
yeah, hey Glowbug, how are you? Yeah, it's just like some creators have just lost a lot of respect.
A lot
Yeah.
of credibility
one-
for sure.
Yes, and yes, the credibility as well, and then wonder why. That's why. So
That those are the ones who get all the clicks and views, and it's mind blowing.
right.
Yeah, and then people wonder why everything that they've heard is wrong.
Because they like the scandalism,
Hey
the
Margaret. Yeah.
the subs, they promote it. They promote the scandalous.
Oh, they do. They
creators.
like the clicks and views. They
Mhm.
like to be out there first. They don't care what they have, if it's true or not.
Right. All right. So let me get to this article real quick. Okay, so it says that Raleigh Strang was found. Nashville police locate body of college student who went missing after midnight, or after a night out. I will say that it was not the police who found him. It was the person who was working on the river. And I will pull up a map here in a second and show where it was that he was found. It's like 8.3 miles or something like that from downtown. The worker was trying to remove something. It was some type of object in the water. I don't know if it was around a barge or what it was around, but anyway, and then he noticed a body, looked like Riley. He called police, and they came out, ID that it was him, and the medical examiner looked at him, said that there was no foul play trauma, I believe that's the words that they use, but there was supposed to be an autopsy done today.
Now, can I just say, I love how you just said that, because all these other, oh my goodness, I've heard all day long. He was underneath a barge, but the police chief said, he said, please don't quote me. I don't know if it was a barge. And you are the first person to say it correctly, that it was some kind of object.
Well, yeah, that's what I have found, that this person was removing an object. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure they drop stuff off those barges.
Mm-hmm.
Probably it could be a large rock. It could be anything that gets hung up where these barges are at. I don't even know for a fact if it was a barge that the guy was removing stuff around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're the first person to state that correctly. What the police chief said, that it was some sort of object, and the police chief said, don't quote me, but it could have been a barge. He said, but don't quote me. I'm not positive, but it was some sort of object. And you're the first creator that has accurately, restated that I've
That's why
heard.
we come here. That's why we respect her. Is
I just
because
don't.
of just that.
I don't have any reason to put out misinformation. I don't. That I'm gonna be honest, okay, and this is just me. If my child was missing, and let's just say I'm not on YouTube, okay, I have no channel, no nothing like that, but I have a missing child, and my child's case picks up. Of course, I'm gonna want people to put information and get his or her face out there and all this and all this and that. But the misinformation and the lies and all that some
Clickbait.
people do, yes, the clickbait crap will hurt a family. And I have no reason whatsoever to hurt a family that's in
Right.
this situation. I don't want to do that. I have a conscience. I could not go to sleep at night knowing that I put out purposely put out misinformation. Now there are some times that I have probably said something that was not correct, and I come back and I say, hey, I was wrong. This is the actual information. But
Right.
But that's
purposely-
taking responsibility. And,
Right.
I mean, we're all human. We make mistakes. But
Right.
that's taking responsibility and correcting it.
But when you put out a video and you have people saying, I don't think it's this, or in my opinion, it's not, or whatever, and you're sitting there and you're trying to push your narrative on your subs without any factual basis to back it up, I have no reason to do that.
Before you read the article, I want to ask you real quick,
Mm-hmm.
and chat too. But so, did you guys know that it was actually a thing that I guess some sort of science where they can tell around what day a body will surface according to the height and weight?
Also, according to the weather, I believe it is. The colder it is, the longer it takes. Well, the weather temperature, the water temperature, along with the body, the height, weight.
I did not know
Stuff like
that was something that had been studied, or today's the first time I've ever heard that.
Well, that's just like if they find a body somewhere, and I'm not going to try to be graphic with this, but if they find a body somewhere that has bugs on it,
Mhm.
They can take whatever stage the bug is in and tell how long the body is possibly
Yeah, I knew that,
based off of. Yeah.
but I did not know that they could figure by the height and weight and temperatures of the water when a body would surface. I did not know that. That one shocked me. And then of course, I had to go looking into it, and it's actually something they've really studied, and
Mm-hmm.
they got it down to a science.
Yeah, it's the cooler the temperature and the air temperature and the water temperature is, the longer it could take for a body to surface. Where the hotter the temperature and the hotter the water temp is, the quicker.
So I found that very interesting, because today made the 14th day, and
Right.
it's the 14th day that EquiSearch was coming in. So that makes me think EquiSearch has already done the calculations.
Mhm.
Like I found that very interesting.
I didn't even know until till today when I got up that EquiSearch were they already there today? Had they already made it yet?
I don't know, because they found him so early this morning. I don't know if they maybe turned around or called it off, but I know they were supposed to come today.
Okay. I didn't know that they were even supposed to be coming, which I wasn't on here all day yesterday. And when I got home last night, I went straight to sleep. I was so tired. My daughter had me probably 40 different stores yesterday. And then I got to go.
seem like a shopping person.
I hate shopping, but there was several different places she wanted to go. And then Monday, I got to turn around and do the dang thing again.
Oh, Lord.
So I'll be going all day Monday, too.
What are y'all shopping for?
Well, yesterday she had to go I had to drive her to an appointment. And then we went to a couple of different stores. And then Monday, I've got to take my aunt. So me and my daughter are going to drive her. And then she's got to go to a few different places. And we'll probably go eat. So I'm getting my feel of the city in. And then I'm done for a while with the city.
Well, you're getting your steps in.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Big Al, how are you?
Ooh, what's up,
Okay.
Al?
Let me ask y'all this real quick before, because I don't want to get started on the article and then think of something that I wanted to ask everybody. Okay, so I had heard that it was either last night or today or something like that, um, that someone had slipped down a hill and they were able to get him. But
Yeah.
is it true that there was another body that was not Riley's that was found in the river?
You mean a third one?
Yes.
No, only two.
Okay.
The woman and the man.
Okay. So it might have been the one that they were saying that had slipped. Might have been
Mhm.
the one that they were talking about that had to be pulled out or something like that.
Yeah, they had to rescue that person.
Okay. All right. So that I just wanted to clear that up because I had heard that too. Okay. So it says in the
And
article. Go ahead.
sorry. I just want to say that I did get a couple of emails asking me if I happened to be there searching because they were concerned that I was the one that fell in. And I was like, no, shut up.
We're totally laughing with you. Totally laughing with you.
Oh, that's so good. I wish I had thought of that.
That is so wrong.
But they know you so well.
I know. Uh, okay, that's all I have to say about that.
Oh my god. Okay, so it says Tennessee police said on Friday that they found the body of Riley Strain, a University of Missouri senior who went missing on March the 8th after going out downtown. Authorities said the Strain's body was recovered from the Cumberland River in West Nashville on Friday morning, about 8 miles from downtown. Police said on X that no foul play related trauma was observed and an autopsy is pending. Uh, this morning at around 7:28 a.m., we received a call from a worker on 61st Avenue at the company that adjourns at the Cumberland River that has been searching for anything that would pop up on the river, especially looking for Riley Strain, Metro Nashville Police Department Chief John Drake said during a Friday morning press conference. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley Strain. So I want to ask y'all something real quick because I have only found one other than the family. Okay, what the family third news conference that they did today. I have found one other video that is, I guess, the police chief. Sweet Rose, how are you? Um, the one that I found is only like a minute and something. Does anybody else know if that's the only, like, is that all he had to say was like a minute and a half worth of stuff about Riley being found?
Yeah,
Okay.
the police chief at that one was so brief.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't overlooking something or just wasn't looking in the right spot or whatever. Um, okay, let's see. So the fire department retrieved Strain's body from the river and the medical examiner's office reviewed his remains. Strain's family has been contacted, Drake said. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Now, and just remember, everybody, just because they're saying that there is no signs of foul play, it was just probably a quick overview of the remains.
Well, and we haven't got toxicology or anything yet either.
Right. So you have to wait for toxicology. The autopsy will probably tell more. Uh, it'll tell the whole story, basically. So that needs to be waited for that to come out. If it is put out publicly, I'm pretty sure it will be. Um, so really, we need to wait on that because he could have fell in, just go down to the river, use the restroom, slips and falls. We know that he was drunk. We don't know exactly how drunk he was. He could have been slipped something in a drink. There's a lot of different things that could have contributed to him ending up in the water. So I know that a lot of people think that he was around the homeless camps and stuff like that. We really need to wait for that to come out.
Absolutely.
So I just hope that they can get conclusive toxicology reports. Margaret, I do too, because if he was slipped something, it's going to show up in the toxicology report.
Yeah, and they just because he was in the water, as long as he was the internal organs and the eyeballs, they can get fluid from the eyeballs and stuff.
Right.
They'll be able to get a full tox.
Hmm.
I'm positive of it
Yeah.
because some things are still metabolizing.
Well, yeah, but okay, never mind.
There's some things like if he was slipped something, there's some things that even after death, they're still
We'll
metabolizing.
sit there. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. King Scarlet says, I feel that the toxicology and the autopsy is going to tell a lot, and we need to wait until we get the entire picture because there's no way that there's all these homeless people there and nobody hurt.
Well, I don't know. They had two other bodies that nobody knew was there either.
But I wonder, see, we haven't heard anything about those two other bodies, which is weird. Like, were they missing people? Have they been reported missing? Were they from the homeless camp?
Well, one,
Uh,
the man was, they said, well, this is what I read in an article somewhere that it was a man who went into the river to bathe and
okay.
never came back out.
So it's a possibility he was from the homeless camp.
And then I haven't heard anything about the woman.
Woman. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Gigi Sunshine, how are you? And Gigi says that they were homeless. Okay.
And so that could be.
And that could be the reason why there's no missing reports for them.
But I hate that people say just because it was homeless people, that it was foul
agree.
play, because just because they're homeless doesn't mean that they're
Bad.
all
Bad people are
yeah,
going to do something bad to someone. Right.
yeah.
Cat's Meow, how are you? Oh, wait, let's see. There was another one that I wanted to. Where did it go? Oh, right here. So Big Al says if you fell in that water, getting out would be extremely difficult, especially with if you're intoxicated. Uh, the current, if there's debris under the water, uh,
Well,
that adds into it. It's dark.
he would have had to have fallen down the embankment because there's no way he could have gotten down that embankment safely intoxicated in the dark, right? Or is there a path that takes you down to the embankment?
Okay, so I don't remember who it was that posted a picture on Twitter, but down close to the river, there is like this wooden fence looking thing, uh, maybe 2.5, 3 foot tall. It's not very tall at all. And they were saying that that is the area that he possibly went in, and it's literally like it looks like concrete with rocks in it. The opposite side of this fence or whatever you want to call it, and then on the river side of it, from the concrete down, it's nothing but dirt. And they're saying in that area, he could have very easily walked down there, used the bathroom to throw up, fell over that, not knowing that the fence was there, tripped up. And this boy was extremely tall, tripped over it, fell in. Just anything like that could have happened.
Right. Okay.
See, Brandon says, Scarlet, plus it was Friday night. There was loud music and everything. It's hard to hear if you fell in the water. Well, on top of the fact that you've got a bridge right there, you've got cars going over it, you've got cars on the street, you've got people walking up and down the street who could be being loud. You've got the music, you've got like there's a lot of factors that play into it.
Mm-hmm.
And Libra Moon, it is a possibility he could have fell down, hit a rock, knocked himself out, and that's another reason why he didn't come out of the water. So we have to wait. We have to wait for the autopsy report to come out.
It's just it just really really gets me when it's a good kid and he was just getting ready to graduate. I just don't understand life sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the article says that there is no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination at the riverbank. Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, had the watch on, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is. So they identified him by his watch and by his shirt that we all saw in the other street camps that was released by law enforcement. Not no white undershirt or anything like that. Okay. The 22-year-old finance student was visiting Nashville for his fraternity's spring formal trip when he vanished. He had been out on Broadway drinking with friends at Luke Bryan's downtown bar called Luke's 32 when staff asked him to leave. Police say that his phone pinged for the last time around Gay Street, part of which borders the Cumberland River. Nashville police released a video of Strain greeting a police officer on Gay Street while the officer was checking parked vehicles for signs of a reported vehicle burglary just before the college student disappeared. And apparently that officer, hey, Princess Megan, that he had spoke to and we watched the body cam footage, was in that area where Riley saw him at for like 45 minutes. So he would have been in that area when Riley fell in the water.
Yeah, I had heard that the first night we heard it.
All right, so shown was Riley's brief exchange of greetings with Officer Reginald Young on Gay Street, south of the Woodland Street Bridge on the night of March the 8th. Riley did not appear distressed. Officer Young was there on a vehicle burglary call and remained on that portion of Gay Street for 45 minutes, police said on X. No video has been discovered that shows Riley away from Gay Street after the 9:52 p.m. time frame. So, I gotta go back and look at the map. But there's no other video of him on Gay Street after seen on the officer's body cam footage.
So there was another video that we didn't get to see, but Riley's parents got to see.
Mm-hmm.
And they said it was him approaching the second bridge.
And they know for sure it was him.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said they were even able to zoom in, and they didn't see any vomit on his shirt or anything. And they were on News Nation. They were on a bunch of different stations, and they said that.
Okay.
But they said that video wasn't being released to the public.
Okay. So I had also saw somebody made this comment when this come out about him still having his shirt on and all that when he was found. And hey, Lassa, how are you? And somebody was like, well, how did he still have his shirt on when it was said on Banfield that, you know, he didn't have his shirt on and that it was found with his puke on it on a homeless guy? First of all, the only way you could tell if that was Riley's puke is if you took the shirt with the vomit on it and went and had it tested to prove that it was Riley's puke. So that should have been like a huge red flag right there that, you know what I'm saying? That
Well, even
that
when
story's not adding up.
when Ashley, oh my God, you guys are giving me your throat stuff.
I'm sorry.
It's coming through the phone. You're giving me your kung fu.
I swear, I think we're passing it via the internet.
But when Ashley Banfield was talking when she had his parents on her show,
Mhm.
and she mentioned about the shirt, his mother said that that is still a rumor that she did that you know, she said it on live TV that had not been confirmed, and that she did not believe that was Riley's shirt.
Huh. And so did Ashley Banfield keep going with that story afterwards?
No.
Okay.
But other people did.
Well, of course, because it carries the story on when they don't have anything else to talk about.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sensationalize it
Yeah.
at all costs. Don't matter who it hurts.
Right. All right. So Luke's 32 said in a statement that bartenders had served Strain one drink before the staff asked him to leave, which I had showed y'all the statement from the bar. At 9:35 p.m., our security team made a decision based on our conduct standards to escort him from the venue through our Broadway exit at the front of our building, the bar said in a March 15 statement. He was followed down the stairs with one member of his party. The individual with Riley did not exit and returned upstairs. And I even went on Google Maps today, and because they said that he went to that his group went to Friends in Low Places with Garth Brooks bar, that they went to Miranda Lambert's bar, and then Luke's 32. Uh, if they went in that, if they went in order as like how they appear on the streets, I think that they would have probably went to Garth Brooks first, then to Miranda Lambert's, and then cross the street to Luke's 32. Uh, and you can also look at pictures on the inside because people will leave like reviews on there with pictures and stuff like that. And there's like where the entrance is ground level, and then you go upstairs and there's like a bar on the second level. And then there was some pictures that looked like there was like a rooftop terrace, possibly, where people were at also. But I couldn't really tell if it was the way the picture was, if it was like a rooftop terrace or if it was something that was in the back of the bar. Okay. All right. So the TC Restaurant Group indicated that they were working closely with authorities in the search for the missing college student. After leaving the bar, Strain had told his friends that he would head back to their accommodations at the Tempo by Hilton, which is about 5 blocks away from Luke's 32, as Fox 17 had first reported. When his friends did not see him again at their hotel later that evening, they filed a missing person report. Strain's cousin, Chelsea Strain, previously had told Fox News Digital. That poor mama, y'all. So police are still working to determine exactly how Strain ended up walking in the opposite direction of his hotel. It is possible that he could have entered the wrong destination into a map on his phone, according to a family spokesperson, Chris Dingman, but authorities continue to investigate all possibilities. Strain's family flew to Nashville and became involved in the search immediately after his friends had reported him missing. So bad for his parents, y'all.
Oh man, that his mom just kills me.
Yeah, it's you can just it's very sad, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, I mean, like you said, that is how a mother should be.
Yes, Sarah Beth. When I watched it, I couldn't look at her. It was so heartbreaking.
I actually missed the press conference today. I mean, I saw like just a very small snippet.
I was surprised that the family spoke out. So today, I didn't expect them to be able to pull it together and do that.
I can say that that's one strong mama.
I could
Mhm.
see,
I will give her that.
I could see her lips. Like you could tell she was fighting to keep from just breaking down.
Yeah. And I mean, you could see the pain in his dad and his
Yeah.
stepdad too. Her begging other moms to hold their babies tight tonight. I know, Sarah Beth. It was. I'm fixing to pull it up. The first 5 or so minutes of it was just the cameras pointed up to where the family was going to speak. So there's nothing on there. So I'm trying to find it where they first come in. So just a trigger warning, y'all. Get your tissues ready. This is very simple.
Oh, you're playing the.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play also what the officer said about whenever they find him, or when they found him. But I'm gonna play the family one real quick.
And do you guys think that green was his favorite color? Because they're all in green.
I think so. I mean, they all come walking in, and that was like the first thing. Damn, they're all in green. Was that his favorite color?
Mm.
Everybody that I've been to, all the chats that I've been to that are respectful, they're using the green hearts.
Okay. Well, if y'all put green hearts in the chat for him.
I'm gonna stay muted because I know I'm gonna cry, so I'm just gonna stay muted.
Well, now
Wait,
that I
what do you
know
say?
what to expect, I think I'll be okay. But y'all, I'm just if y'all haven't watched it or if you have already, just
I'll be okay. I'll be here, guys.
yeah.
Shit, I'm menopausal. It ain't gonna be okay. Okay.
Yeah, and the mama does say that to just hold your baby tight.
Ugh.
She does say that when she's speaking. Okay, so let me get it started. And y'all just let me know if y'all cannot hear it.
Come around here to the sides if you'd like.
Sounds good.
Okay.
You're good right here in the corner, sir? Andrew, you can come around here if you want. Okay, I've already told everyone why we're here and what's going to happen. I want to start by expressing our police department's very deep sorrow over the finding of Riley today. And we are with his parents. I think they know that, and we'll continue to be with them in the days and weeks ahead in our thoughts and prayers. I want to start this afternoon by introducing Riley's father, Ryan Gilbert.
Thank you all for being here, and those of you that help us keep Riley's face in front of the cameras. You've helped us get some closure here and let us take our boy home. I got a lot of people to thank, and I'm sure I'll forget somebody. You won't be forgotten. I'll remember you. The whole family will remember you. But I want to first thank the NMPD for their efforts. They've had a lot of sleepless nights on this case as well. Can't give them enough thanks. Really appreciate the work they've done. The United Cajun Navy has come in to assist them. They've done a lot of work on the water and land for us. Came in and gave structure to this investigation on our side of it and helped keep things lined out. Dave Flag here with the United Cajun Navy. They've been a great asset to us. The individuals in the area that have come in contact with us that have helped us with numerous things, gathering supplies and taking care of stuff like that, putting up flyers and whatnot. The Ward family for all their work. They put up a ton of flyers around town. They've been making phone calls. They've been assisting us in any way they can. All the people that have donated items to them that they've got to us throughout this whole ordeal. All the people back home in our own personal lives that have been there to support us, and our family at home as well. Thank you for keeping us in your thoughts and prayers. We can't say enough to all of you. Thank you. Oh, I wanted to mention also Gary and Skip Butler come in with the airboats. We've been on the water for a few days with those guys. They've been great to work with us. We can't thank them anymore. It's just unbelievable what they've done for us.
Most of you are familiar with seeing my face by now. I'm sure we're all ready for it to be over with. It's been an emotional roller coaster We're quite thankful for everything that you've done for our family, the grace that you've given us. It means a lot, more than you'll ever know. We have learned through this ordeal that everybody has brought all the good to us. We've had a little bad. You're going to have that. But it has given us faith in people that sometimes gets clouded by what we're constantly hearing. We're extremely thankful for all the volunteers that have shown up, given us their time, their effort, their energy, very little sleep they've gone on. Our family, we can't thank our family enough for all the support that they've provided us, for all the, time spent, the love, the energy. Our friends that we consider family that aren't able to be here, but have been at home, caring to everything that we can't take care of. Thank you. To the people of Nashville, I can't thank you enough for the support, the love, the encouragement that you've shown myself and my wife and Ryan and Millie. You don't understand how much that meant to us in some of our darkest hours. The hugs, the prayers, the offers. I can't say it enough. Thank you. To the Nashville Police Department. We know this hasn't been easy. We've tried to handle it with as much grace and poise as we can. It's hard. It's never quick enough when it's your family member. Like I told everybody numerous times, if he was 2 blocks away from us and they were walking him to us, it wasn't quick enough. We want him 2 inches in front of us. So thank you for everything that you've done for us. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I just want to reiterate how thankful we are for everyone and how much we appreciate everyone's support and love and prayers, because we feel them. We have felt every one of them, every single one. I just ask that you mamas out there hug your babies tight tonight, please. Please, for me, just hug your babies tight tonight. And again, thank you. Thank you for sharing our story.
Yeah, I'm not going to take a lot of time. Most of what I would say would just be to echo what's already been said. Outside of that, I would like to extend my thanks to the media community here and the national media community, who far by large has been very gracious and very respectful of the situation. It's something that has not frequently been encountered in these situations, in my experience. As far as the Cajun Navy goes, since this is going to be a more or less a short interlude, if there is any interest in it, we would be happy to hold another meeting with the press, and it will likely be tomorrow sometime. Best place would probably be the public park where we first met, and you can let me know afterwards if there's interest in that. We'd be happy to help you. Thank you.
Okay. And this is just the end of it. They're basically just, he's hugging them all as they're walking out.
That's just so sad. At least they're not wondering anymore, though.
Right. Right.
I mean, That's like, uh,
I know how I get where when I text one of my kids and they don't text me back within 5 minutes, and then I text again and they don't text me right back, and then I have to get to the point where I got to start blowing the phone up. Um, I can't imagine knowing that my child is missing and not knowing what happened or where they're at.
I mean, that's small comfort, but you know, when you're missing, I mean, okay, so I've never had a child missing, thank the Lord, but I've had my dog missing, and all of the terrible, horrible things that go through your mind then, I can't even imagine with a child. At least those thoughts, you know, are not there.
Yeah,
No, I'm not filing my nails, sorry.
yeah. It's
I've lost and buried a child, but she was a baby, a newborn, and I know how that feels. I can't imagine once you have had them for years and know their personality, and I just can't even imagine like how much harder that
and
would be.
going 2 weeks and not knowing.
I just
Well, especially, you know, especially with some of the most horrendous things people have come out and put into the universe, you know?
yeah.
Right. Yeah. I couldn't even watching at that time. I couldn't look at the mama.
Mm.
It's just too hard.
Sorry, KK, I didn't mean that the way it was coming out. I've been fighting a sneeze for the last couple of minutes. What I was going to say is I'm making, my mom has breast cancer and I'm making keychains for everybody. So what you heard was me taking a little sandpaper to one of those.
Oh, Gigi, I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Gosh.
I can't imagine. And then you have, like I said, you have this mama here who we can see the pain and hear the pain in her voice. And then you have Madeline Soto's mom who will do an interview and not give any type of expression about her daughter missing at that point, except for whenever an animal feeder goes off.
Yeah.
And it's sad because what Riley had and how his mama was and the pain that she was going through is what Madeline deserved. Summer Wills deserved that.
Yes.
Elijah Vu
Yeah.
deserves that.
So
It's
many.
just, yeah.
She's got hard days ahead of her because there is nothing worse than watching your
Yes,
child
Audrey.
in a casket going down.
Yes, Libra Moon, Audrey Cunningham. She deserved that too. Scarface, yes, it was him and a group of his frat brothers that had went to 2 other bars before they ended up at Luke's 32, where he got kicked out of. I still don't understand, and I don't know if we'll ever get the reason why. At least one of those friends didn't leave the bar with him. I really don't. Even if it was 5 blocks, they could have went with him. And if they couldn't go back in, if they wanted to leave him at the hotel and then come back, and they wouldn't let him back into that bar, because that was what was said, that if the friend left with him, they wouldn't be allowed back into that bar. Well, if that's the case, to hell with that bar. You leave with your friend, so he's not walking down the street drunk by himself.
Absolutely.
and something like this happens.
Scarlett, there's a whole other case too about a child. I posted it in Discord last night after midnight, and I had never even heard about it before. But it was a man who abused his girlfriend or wife's 5-year-old stepdaughter, and it is so
I
triggering.
think I know which one you're talking about. That, yeah.
What state is it in?
It was it New Mexico or Texas?
That one I couldn't even I didn't click on yet.
When you read it, I mean, it descriptively tells the things that he did to this child, and it's holy moly.
Right, and they still haven't found Dylan Rounds yet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another.
That one gets me.
Yeah.
I'll get that link and post it in the back chat if you want to look at it.
Okay.
It's bad though, I'm gonna warn you.
Okay. Hold on one second. I'll just answer a message back real quick.
Do you remember the name, Avery?
Okay. Let me get back over.
Avery, do you remember the name? I think she's busy right now, Libra.
Yeah, she's muted, so if she's using her phone, it might end up kicking her off if she tries to. If she ends up clicking on something else. All right, let me get this pulled up, y'all. This other video that I have. And this one is only 1:15 seconds.
Todd's talking on mute. I'm sorry. The man's name is Jose Ruiz, and the 5-year-old girl, I can't remember her name. I just posted it in the back chat. It says it starts out with he stuck thumbtacks in the bottom of the girl's feet. But I mean, it's
that's
it's
the one.
really, really bad.
Okay, let me pull it up real quick.
I mean, things like using her physical body to mop the floor in her urine. It's bad. And the mom witnessed it all and did nothing. And
this was in San Antonio also?
oh, okay. Why was I thinking New Mexico?
Yeah, it's Bexar County. Let's see, 27-year-old man in Texas. Yeah, so it's in San Antonio also. Like, I've seen several different things that has been happening in the San Antonio and Bexar County.
And the mom took a plea bargain.
Oh, God.
She got offered, to do a proffer. But this is a case that I haven't heard any creator talk about or mention.
Okay, yeah, the little girl's name.
Is it Mercedes?
Mercedes Lasoya.
Okay.
Or Lasoya. I think it's Lasoya. Okay, let me put this over here on my other screen, and we'll go over that one after we do Caleb's.
Oh, Lady V fell off.
What the heck? Why y'all throwing yourselves off the thing?
Hey, I haven't done it in a good while. Just saying.
Okay, Brandon, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. And I don't see Lady V in the chat either. Oh, there she is. You back, Lady V? Oh,
yeah,
you're good.
I did. I went to go look.
Oh, she clicked the link.
I did.
It threw her off. Gotta be clever. You gotta copy and paste and then go to your browser. Otherwise, Scarlett will
Well,
yell
I
at you
can't
for
now
throwing yourself
because
off.
once I'm off, I can't go back. It'll be blank for me now. So
I figured that was what was going to happen to Avery. She was going to get knocked off of panel a minute ago.
I got this down to a science. I am not about to hear, Avery, how do you keep throwing yourself off panel?
Okay. So this is a video I was talking about, or that I was asking about earlier, if there was a longer version of it. But this is the officer where he's talking about how Riley was found.
my God.
JC, what's so gross? Did I miss something? Oh, she must be talking about something in chat. Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this.
And if you can't, tomorrow, Scarlett, we are having a meeting and we are downloading X Booster. No, not, yeah, tomorrow. Monday, you're busy. Right?
Yeah, Monday I'll be gone all day. So yeah, I won't be going anywhere tomorrow. Oh, about Mercedes. Okay, thank you, JC. Okay, y'all should be able to hear it. If not, I'll have to redo it. But oh shit, I can.
8 a.m. We received a call.
Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
Yes, actually, it's loud. It's good.
Okay, back it up here.
This morning around 7:28 a.m. we received a call from a worker on 61st Avenue at a company that adjoins the Cumberland River that had been searching for anything that would pop up on the river, especially looking for a Riley strain if he would surface here. As they were removing an object from the river, they noticed what appeared to be Riley strain pop up. The fire department was called in, retrieved the body from the river. The medical examiner's office reviewed the body, and we've confirmed that it is Riley strain. The family has been contacted. There are no signs of foul play at this time, according to the examination here at the riverbank. Mr. Strain still had the shirt on that he was wearing, still had the watch, and other identifying factors that helped us identify who he is.
Okay, so I gotta exit off of that. Okay. Once again, straight out of the officer's mouth, he had the shirt on and the watch on.
I'm thinking that that debit card, maybe he had that in the pocket of his shirt.
Where else did I see that? That somebody had mentioned that was a possibility.
With Riley,
Mhm.
Yeah, and that when
that
he
was
fell, it
that was
came out.
me. That was me.
Okay.
The family friend had said that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because I know, like, in my days when I used to go to bars, like the debit card was always somewhere accessible.
Right. Okay. I'm fixing to pull up Google Maps. Okay.
Oh,
So I'm going to show y'all.
so you know exactly where he was found. You can show that.
Well, I know that there was a screenshot of Google Maps that was put on. It had like a timeline of Luke's 32 bar. Then, he was seen here on Gay Street when he talked to the officer, where his phone last pinged, and then where he was found.
See, I've been trying to find that today. Where he was found. I was trying to figure 8 miles, but I couldn't find the location.
Well, I saw first that screenshot of the Google Maps, but when I read that article that I read just a few minutes ago, and they said it was off of 61st Street or whatever, I
Oh,
just typed in 61st Street, and there's literally a thing that
Dang.
goes out to the water at the edge of the river that has a barge sitting there.
Oh,
Okay, so this right here is the area that he went missing, the two bridges right here. So I'm just gonna pin that there. Oh shit, y'all not gonna be able to see it, but he actually was found. Okay, let me find it right here on that spot. I'll zoom it in. It is on 61st Avenue North, and there's the barge out there. See, the helicopter cam footage showed him. He was covered. The steel. Oh, see, they should have blurred that out, Summer. So it was. I'm gonna leave my little mouse right here and try. Like, if you see the two bridges right here, you do it like this. I mean, like, he had to go all the way down the river, all the way over here. See, no way I could walk 8 miles to Hammer. No, Margaret, he floated the river 8 miles. All the way down to right in this area where he was found out. 8 miles, a little over 8 miles, something like that, I think they said. Yeah, the helicopter cam, they should have covered, they should have blurred that out. Hey, One Juror Matters, how are you? And real quick, y'all, if y'all have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. And then also, if y'all would, put some more green hearts in the chat for Riley and his family. No, Margaret, you're fine. Yeah, he only walked a couple of blocks from the bar that he was kicked out of. But then he was found 8 or so miles downriver.
and I think they said his family was called to the scene. So I think they actually, I hope they didn't see him, but I'm thinking they did.
Somebody will probably have to, somebody from his family will have to identify the body. I don't know if they would have done it there or if they would have done it at the medical examiner's office.
Well, when it first hit the news on News Nation, it said that a body was found and that Riley's family had been called to come to the scene.
And I mean, they could have called them, and just based off the fact that he had the shirt on and the watch and all that, and so they suspected that it was him. But until you get that positive ID from a family member, and then of course, if they have to do DNA to also prove it, they might have called one of the family members down there to say yes, that is him.
I just pray that his mama didn't have to.
Yeah, surely they had him either in an ambulance or covered up or something.
Yeah. And there possibility they had him, you know, they had the family to come down there and do it there because news would have gotten out quick that another body had been found.
Right.
And so they could have very well called the family down there and been, you know, said, just can you say yes or no? And they positively ID'd him, and then that way they could put it out to the public before rumored and, you know, the stories went wild.
Do you know what the water temperatures have been the past 14 days?
No, but I wouldn't think that they're very warm because it's still been pretty cool up there from what I understand.
So maybe it wasn't too bad. Ugh.
Okay, let's see. Summer said, I forgot the name of his hotel, but if you Google it, there's another building by the same name. If he was lost, he may have been directed to the water by accident, thinking that he was going to his hotel. Yes.
Tempo.
It was Tempo by Hilton. Oh crap! I didn't mean to stop sharing it.
Yeah, Tempo, and then there was another business called Tempo, and so it looked like he was actually going in the direction of that business.
Okay, so there's Tempo by Hilton Nashville downtown is the hotel that they were staying in. And Avery Michelle said that she had heard that it was 54 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, Tempo by Hilton is where his hotel that he was where they were staying at. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's a business that's also nearby, and it's called Tempo. I can't remember. Is it a church? I think it might be. No.
There is a wait. Let me see where this is at though. There's a Tempo. What's the name of this again? Tempo. No, that's on Nolensville Pike. But how close is this from? Oh God, that's like way south of there. Hold on, let me type it Tempo again. There's a Tempo Wellness and Athletics.
Maybe that's it.
But it is to the west, like way west from where he was at. So he still wouldn't have been going in. No, my bad. That's south. So he still wouldn't have been going in the right direction. Huh. Let's see. Is there another Hilton?
There's a lot of Hiltons in Nashville, but I know there's a Tempo. There's a business with the name Tempo in it that is it's not too far off. And
okay, now there's a Tempo Marketing that is like where he went. Let me see. So if you go to the end of Broadway and took a right, that would take you. So it's still, but he went the other way. He went north.
are you supposed to be sharing your screen?
No, let me pull it back up here so you can see where I'm talking about. Okay, so here is Broadway right here. And then Luke's 32 is right there. This other Tempo, see, it's right here. So it is the opposite direction than what he went. Because he went this way up here. And his hotel was right there. So when he left the bar, he should have went out the front door and took a left. Your Tempo. Okay, hold on. Let me pick that up.
Can you imagine how his friends are feeling right now? The guilt.
Yeah, they probably are.
Don't think I want to live with that.
Now this could have been where he was going. Up here, where this red pin is, because here's the two bridges where he was seen at. So he could have been going towards this way.
What is that red pin?
It's called Your Tempo.
That might be. Yeah, you know what? I think
that's what everybody keeps saying. Your Tempo.
Yeah.
Okay. So that could have been where he put it in at. And hey, Tonka. It was going that way.
Poor guy.
So there's two different places with basically the same name, so that makes it even more confusing.
Right.
That's heartbreaking.
But if they got his phone, they might be able to get into it and see. if if that's what he put like in his maps or whatever. That is still the like all that way. He goes last seen here, but found over here. That is sad, y'all.
Yeah, I hate it. I really, really hate it.
Sad, sad.
Yeah, I was just reading Libras. They need to secure the river better. When JLR was walking around all over there, he said it was just too easy to fall in. That they need to do something better than what they have.
It's so scary because so many of us have kids in college, and they're doing, similar things, and you just never know. You never know when it's like mine. She's always at the dang beach because she's right near the beach, and now their new thing is let's go drink and beach hop from one beach to the, you know what I mean? And
Oh, that's scary.
And look what happened the other night at the beach.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, it just and then you see stuff like this on the news, and we follow true crime. It just makes you extra nervous.
Oh yeah, we are very hyper aware of stuff more, I think, than somebody who's not into true crime.
Yeah.
We say that, but maybe it's because the way I was raised. I don't know. I've always been paranoid about things, though. I always thought, what if? What if this? What if that? I could not have let my friend, whether I could have gone back in there or not, wouldn't have made a difference to me. Even when I was 20 years old, I would have thought, well, what if something happened to my friend?
Right.
I couldn't live with that.
I mean, I was never paranoid whenever I was younger, but whenever I was younger, if I went somewhere with a group of friends, we all stayed together.
Oh yeah, we did too.
And I'm still like that to today. Like if we would skip school and somebody would want to go off with somebody else, and I'm just like, oh no, because like something happens.
Yeah, even back, in the late 70s, it was that way when I was in high school. It was like, oh, I do not think so.
Well, yeah, it's just that
we all just went. Usually I drove, so I was the one that had to say.
And I mean, I skipped school a good bit, but it was just like,
yeah, I did too.
We, if we all leave and we decide we're either going to leave school and skip, or we're just not going to go to school, we still stay together.
I was always the wanderer. If I went to a bar with a group of my girlfriends, and everybody be like on the dance floor, and I would get hot and go outside to cool down, and then a group of guys would be in the parking lot, and of course I'd be like, hey, what's up? And I'd be over there just chatting away. I mean, the situations that I have managed to come out of, I don't even know how, but I was always the one
God
that
had his hand on you. That's how.
I'm telling you, he sure did.
Save us against our own stupidity sometimes, I did some things that, I've run, even as an adult, I've run into some things that afterwards I'm like, man, that could have turned really bad.
See, I was always the one that sit back and observed everybody, especially like the people I didn't know. And I'm still like that to today. I'll sit back and observe somebody before I hold a conversation with you. Just
not me.
Get that feeling.
Well, it depends on where it is, but I'll strike a conversation up with somebody in Walmart, man.
Me too. Me too.
I'm like, no, I got to get this feeling for this person first, because I go off my vibes of people.
Oh, I do too.
And then if I realize that the vibe with someone has changed,
then
I will just be like, oh hell no.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed that very quickly.
Yeah.
When I was married, my husband always used to tell me I was too nice, too friendly, too
Mhm.
talkative, and that I needed to learn what a bitch face was because I guess I was just, but I'm still like that. I mean, I can still strike up I don't know. I
No,
can talk to
I'm
anybody.
I am
My
too.
husband is
I'm
like that.
cautious. I'm cautious, but I still do it.
My husband will, like, he ain't even got to know you. It will hold a whole damn conversation with you. I'm like, dude, like, stop, please.
Just a few days ago at the gas pump, the man that was on the opposite side of me pumping gas, we ended up talking for 10 minutes about gas.
I could do that.
Yeah, not me. I'm like,
But the whole time I'm standing far away. I
Oh,
have my I
yeah.
have my safety checks, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
don't get in my personal space. If I smell your breath, you're too close.
get my personal space and I'll douse your ass with gas. That's just all there is to it. That's just me, you know. I guess I'm a little bit more cautious like that. I gotta observe you before I know you're cool. And if you try to play the trickery of, oh, I'm a cool person, it's all right, now listen to that, and then I
Oh,
realize you're
those are the
not,
ones that I am, yeah, that I watch.
because I can, if I can cut my own mama off, I can cut anybody else off.
Mm-hmm.
Be like,
You
I'm
sound like
done.
my mom was an only child. She was the same way.
It don't bother me in the least. All right, let me go through my notes real quick. I just want to make sure that I've covered everything as far as like the facts of Riley's case and him being found. Um, and I'm pretty sure with his, because he's 22. Once the autopsy is released or out, I'm pretty sure there will be someone who will get it and release it on social media.
Oh yeah, if they release Kylie Rodney's, I believe they'll release it.
Yeah, because we were told that hers wasn't going to be released until, like, what was it, October,
Mm-hmm.
and it ended up being released earlier
Yeah,
than that, and yeah, everybody that was covering that case had it
yeah,
at that point. So I'm pretty sure with his, it caught a lot of media and social media attention. He's 22, you know, so like I said, I'm pretty sure autopsy and toxicology will both be put out to the public. Um, so I like people. I just hope that people respect the family enough to stop with all the nonsense or these videos that hasn't been released by Ellie saying this is Riley in this video, um, and saying talking about robberies and people following him and you know, just all the nonsense crap. Hopefully that'll stop because his parents, especially his mama, she's going through enough. Now she's got to get her son home. Like, she's not going home with her son and him riding on the plane or riding in a car. Like,
right.
he's coming home in a different way. And
And I think for the most part it will stop, but there's some people who will not let go of a theory no matter what.
I know.
They can have it black and white right in front of their face, and they're gonna hang on to
Oh
what
Lord,
they.
there's people. Oh my gosh, there's people that are still on cases from 4 or 5 years ago that
Yeah.
are like,
Yeah.
done.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they come up with conspiracies so they can keep running with something, so they have something to talk about that night,
Yep.
no matter how hurtful it is.
Yeah.
It's just it at some point it's a little bit ridiculous, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I have something to say about that. If you can't find anything new to talk about, then you're not looking at headlines.
Right. I mean, that's like the Kohlberger case. There's been like a few documents that came out a couple of days ago. I haven't even looked on the website today to see if anything new came out.
Oh,
But I see
you-
something about the judge is now wanting to know about the alibi.
Oh, and supposedly he has 300 eyewitness alibis. It's like,
Huh?
what?
What? I hadn't
Yeah.
heard that.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't
Lord.
checked into that either. I'm just
Oh,
like, I'm just waiting until something significant comes along that we know for sure.
Nancy Grace about lost her chonies over that.
Wow.
Yeah, she covered that today. 300 eyewitness alibis. And she had Chris McDonough on her panel, and he was saying, like, you have to remember, this is a man sitting in jail who is receiving love letters. So
Oh, good
a
lord.
lot of these witnesses are probably going to be, like, yeah, I think I seen him. I think that was him, that sort of thing. Because he's got a following. So people are probably coming forward to say that they've seen him. But I mean,
Well, they better have their receipts.
but she said that she's not giving it up. She's not giving up the alibis until the April hearing.
No, I mean until we really know what's presented at trial.
They were straight up calling her a liar on Nancy Grace and Taylor. They were straight up calling her a liar.
All right, well, let me look because I literally just pulled up the website. Have y'all heard about the guy who escaped, the prisoner that escaped from jail in Idaho?
Mm-hmm.
And now
Yes.
and his friend has helped him. They now have their 2 cases on the Idaho website.
Have they caught him
Oh
yet?
no. They
I
caught
don't-
the friend. I don't know if they caught him or not.
All right, Dan, have a good night.
night,
I didn't know if they'd ever caught him. The last thing I had heard is something about he escaped from, was it from a hospital or something like that?
Mm.
Or there was a hospital involved or something. Okay. The last document that was dropped on this website was March the 19th. Where? Okay, so the 18th, there was a defendant's 13th supplemental request for discovery. Then there was a motion to file exhibit and then an order to file exhibit. Where the hell is the judge? Where is it at about the judge wanting the alibi?
I couldn't figure it out either. I actually looked at the website because I noticed, it was all these different news channels covering it today. But I can't find where they're getting it from.
Okay, let me check.
So it might be like, you know how sometimes they drop stuff, but it's like hidden up in, it's like an amended order. So it's,
Oh
like,
yeah, they want to get slick with that sometimes too. So you got to like go through
Yeah.
the list. Okay, but let me check the case summary real quick and see if there's something on there that they have not put.
because I want to know where they got those 300 alibis from.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, the last thing I see is March the 19th. The order to file the defendant's Exhibit L attached to the 13th supplemental request for discovery. There's nothing on here about the judge wanting the alibi. So what the hell are they?
I don't know.
Now, see, I'm going to have to go back and watch the channels and watch the videos
Watch Nancy because it was
to figure
was-
out
good.
where it's coming from. Okay, let me go back up here to the Scholar Wade Mead and Nicholas David Umpenauer.
I got to tell you, Nancy got Chris McDonough so good. He he had the goal to ask her a question, and nobody asks Nancy a question,
Right.
and she was
Nobody
like,
gets a chance to finish their answer either.
he told him,
No,
he
they
said-
don't.
She told him something along the lines of, I don't know who you think you are, but I ask the questions and you give the answers. I am the Q and you are the A. I was like, oh my God. And he took it, boy. He took it with lube. He took it.
Okay, so, all right. Sarah Beth is saying that yes, both of those guys had been arrested.
Oh, good. Good.
Okay, but on the 22nd, which was, it's now the 23rd, so after midnight where I'm at. But on March the 22nd, oh, wait, hold on. That's when it says the warrant was served. Okay.
Hey, did I hear you say that One Juror Matters is in chat? Is that mistaken?
Yeah, he
Yes.
was earlier. I don't know if he's still in here.
Let me see.
He has a channel now.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still here.
He's been putting up videos, and he's got a channel now.
Well, damn. Hold on.
I think I had only been telling him for like 2 years, you should do a channel. And I was shocked because he just like snuck it in there. He's got some good videos.
I'll have to go watch. Are you gonna drop his link, Scarlett?
Yeah, I'm trying to find his name.
Can you say something, One Juror?
See, they say they have 300 alibis. Okay, produce them. Interesting. How are they going to come up with 300 alibis? I mean, come on.
I mean, supposedly he was driving around, and they admitted that, right? But couldn't remember where he went. So how on earth are they going to get 300 alibis?
Oh,
Scarlett dropped it.
I'm subscribed to him.
You are?
Yeah, but I didn't have my notifications on. That's why I didn't know he was dropping anything.
Well, I have them now. Oh, he's got Debbie Collier. That case is still interesting to me.
Well, he's got a really good analysis on there of where he's comparing a couple of cases, but you have to like understand what he's saying, with the cases. But it's pretty interesting.
Okay, well, he has a 990 subscribers, y'all. So if he's trying to get monetized, and I don't know if he's still in chat.
No, he can be. I think you have to only have like 500 now.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the full monetization that you get whenever you have the 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subs.
Oh.
With the 500, I don't think you get the AdSense. So he has 990. Now he's got 994. He has been in my channel for a very long time. I think probably right around the very beginning of the Kylie Rodney case.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's a cool dude.
Yes, he's always been very respectful in here. Never had issues with him. He seems really cool and nice. Go sub up to him. Let's get him up to his 1,000 subs. He now has 995. King Scarlett dropped his link. And then Summer has dropped his link. So thank y'all.
Only 5 more people.
4 more now.
Wow.
But that way he can get his hours up and then he can get monetized. And okay, I just want to make sure that I've got my notification on. I thought that he a long time ago that there was something said about him doing a channel. But I knew that I had never got any notos saying that he was going live. Okay.
I know I've seen him in a lot of chats here the last few days. Couple weeks.
Sally Mae, we're talking about One Juror Matters.
Yeah, but he's been pulling hit and runs, Lady V.
Yeah,
he hits the cat and he runs. I was doing that today too.
He only needs one more. He's at 999. So y'all, come on.
Come on, Sally, go sub up.
I am refreshing. He has hit his 1,000 now, y'all.
Yay!
Oh.
All right.
Congratulations.
So I don't know if he's still right, and I don't know if he's in chat still, but if not, hopefully
he's not. I'm telling you, he's been doing hit and runs for 3 days.
All right. King Scarlett and KK.
He is. I just pulled him up. Yeah.
No, I can still. Yeah, once somebody comes in the chat, and they chat in it, even if they leave, I can still pull their name up for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, on participants I see. Yeah, nope.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but
Okay, so Princess Lena and I are going to be working on my channel as well.
cool.
Ooh, la la.
We got some ideas. I'm not going to do just nails either. I'm also going to do some resin stuff that I've also seen other nail artists do. So,
Oh, that'll be cool.
Oh, Lady V, you commented on my little channel.
I did.
Yeah, but it's not a bad reason why I'm
Oh,
joining
okay.
other
I was
platforms.
afraid. Oh
No,
no, I want you to join other platforms. Are you going to still put stuff on this one though?
yeah, but it's gonna
Oh,
be I'm gonna do things differently because um I just didn't like, how I did those two videos because they just
oh,
didn't
okay.
it just wasn't my personality. You know what I mean? I was just, I don't know, I guess I was nervous, but I got
But
a
your
little,
two videos were good though.
They
well,
were.
I mean,
I liked
I'll
them.
eventually, yeah, I'll eventually redo them, but, I got a small little itty bitty tiny sponsorship, for Instagram from Lowe's.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Very small, but it's something. So I was like, heck yeah, I'll do Instagram.
I mean, oh shit, I just put his name in chat wrong. Any little sponsorship helps though.
And that guy in there, he was like, every time you come in here, you have us all laughing, like you're just always so funny. And well, he actually called me ditzy, but he told me not to take offense
Excuse me.
because I don't think I'm ditzy. But he said that he was like, but your
You
YouTube
what?
videos,
Wait. Hold on. Back up. Did you just say you don't think you're ditzy?
Put a
I
one
am
in the
not,
chat if you think that Avery is ditzy.
Avery.
I'm not watching chat. I'm already feeling
Avery.
offended.
Squirrel.
Brat.
Okay, y'all, I have lost my article that I had for Caleb Harris.
Summer put a cartwheel.
Damn it, you got me looking out here in the yard for squirrels, and it's nighttime.
Damn, there's some ones in the chat too.
Yeah.
Really? I bring y'all
Honey,
good
you are very.
information.
I'm sorry. I'm ditzy. I know I'm ditzy. Just admit it and move on with your life.
Embrace the ditziness.
That's right.
Wait, how come I cannot? Oh, hey, Shishi. I was wondering what people were saying hi, but I couldn't see her. Okay, I'm trying to find my Caleb Harris article that I had because I had it up here and I should not have clicked off the whole thing that I had pulled up on my screen, and I did.
I'm scared to look at the chat.
Oh man, it's like
It's all ones.
it's
Sunset Gazing put 1.46829.
Wait a minute. KK gave me a 0 and Summer gave me a -6.
Okay, I think I found it. No, this is not it. Son of a bitch, where did it go?
And Sally's like, what did I vote for?
Just put multiple ones. Just put multiple ones in the chat. That's all we need.
Sally's she's the ditz. Libra Moon. What are we voting for? See?
Oh my god, where the hell is it?
Ooh, I gave myself a headache.
Okay, I got it. All right, let me get it pulled up on the screen before I end up clicking off of it again. Okay, so all right, so Caleb Harris. He is a 22-year-old he's a Texas A&M student. Has been missing since March the 4th. So 4 days before Riley went missing, for whatever reason, his case did not gained a lot of attention. I don't know why. And for whatever reason, and it might have been because of the location of where Riley was at and all this and that. But Riley's just blew up, which I'm glad that it did. But Caleb's information also needs to be put out there.
Absolutely.
Let me see. Did I have a picture on this one? No, they do not. So give me 2 seconds, y'all. No, I don't want that. I need to pull this picture up real quick. Whoops. Hold on. I need the screenshots. This one was kind of like a last minute thing right before I went live, and so I didn't have all of my stuff together. I'll pull the article back up in a second, y'all. Okay, so this is Caleb. He's 21. He's got brown hair, brown eyes, 5'11", 180 pounds. The Corpus Christi Police Department is requesting the public's assistance in locating 21-year-old male Caleb Harris. According to a Snapchat ping, Caleb was last seen at approximately 2:45 a.m. on Monday, March the 4th, near his apartment complex, The Cottages, in the 1900 block of Ennis Joslin Road, near the campus of Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, in Corpus Christi, Texas. After letting his dog out, Caleb left behind his vehicle, keys, wallet, and ID. He was wearing teal pants and a white shirt. His phone last pinged at 3 a.m. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Caleb Harris, please contact the Corpus Christi Police Department and at least their phone number. I have also put a channel for Caleb in my Discord. So if y'all were in a Discord and y'all come across any new information, please feel free to drop it in there. And then that way we can keep up with what is going on in his case. Let me grab the article now because it does explain about his parents and the new $25,000 reward that they have released. Or that they have offered, I should say.
Okay, so did I hear it right that he ordered Uber Eats, but his food was still out there?
Only thing that I have heard is that he ordered food around between 2 and 3. I haven't heard anything about, but once again, this is another case because I didn't hear about it until whatever time it was that I asked about it in Discord. If anybody else had asked, or if anybody else had heard about it, I didn't know that his case was even going on. And then I started.
I think I heard his food was still sitting there.
Okay. All right. Well, it does say that a reward of $25,000 is offered for Midson, Texas A&M student Caleb Harris. The parents of Midson, Texas A&M University Corpus Christi student Caleb Harris posted a $25,000 reward yesterday, which would have been the 21st is when they offered the reward. For any information leading to the safe return of their son by March the 31st. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't know what's going to happen after the 31st. Are they going to offer more? Are they going to do something different? I don't know. They don't go into the details, or if they're just going to take it away, the reward or whatever.
That's kind of weird.
I get why they're doing it, though. I mean, if you put it out that there's a deadline for it, then maybe it will entice people if they know something to say, hey, if we want this $25,000, we got to do it before the 31st of March.
I've never heard of a deadline.
I haven't either.
I haven't either, but
it makes sense.
It does make sense why they put it like that.
So this was posted on the 22nd. Is that the date of the article?
Yeah, the article was posted on the 22nd, so they put the reward out on the 21st, the day before.
So 10 days. Huh. That's an interesting strategy.
Really
I mean, it might entice people.
Wow.
That know something. Then again, people who know something and see this could be like, okay, well, if they're going to give us to the 31st, and after the 31st, if there's no news, they might up the reward
Yeah,
as well. So it's kind of the
double-edged.
right on how they're doing it, but it does make sense. Okay, let's see. So the notice was published as Corpus Christi Police Department officers continued to conduct an exhaustive search for the New Bronzeville's man who was last seen walking his dog in the early morning hours of March 4th from his off-campus apartment, the Cottages at Corpus Christi. It encourages people to call 361-826-2950, which is the police department's phone number. Family members reported the student missing when his roommates were unable to locate him later that morning. An avid fisherman, Harris has been chatting with his friends about a planned fishing trip and ordered food between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., after which his phone died or was turned off. He was wearing teal pants and a white shirt. He's 21 years old, weighs 180 pounds, is 5 feet 11 inches tall. A preliminary search began at 7 a.m. on March the 6th, with police officers, college students, residents, friends, and family gathering along a sidewalk near Harris's apartment complex. The police department police cadets looked for clothing items, including shoes, a tie, and a belt in an adjacent field, while police drones scoured the area. Efforts to find him have ramped up in the 3 weeks since he had disappeared, with volunteers from Texas Search and Rescue and the Search and Rescue SATX journeying out with K9 units, dirt bikes, and underwater drones to search a wide ambit of North Padre Island from Oso Bay to Packery Channel and Flower Bluff. The search has focused on roads, shorelines, nature preserves, and heavily vegetated and secluded areas of the island. Detectives from the CCPD Criminal Investigations Division continue to interview Harris's roommates, family, friends, and acquaintances, and report that they have found no reason to suspect that these individuals were involved in the student's disappearance. An investigative team consisting of CID detectives, the CCPD Organized Crime Unit, FBI, U.S. Marshals, and several civilian crime analysts formed within days of Harris vanishing and continues to work full-time to solve the case. CCPD reassured the public that the police investigation is rigorous and ongoing, with teams of detectives persisting to interview potential witnesses in Corpus Christi, San Antonio, and New Bronzeville. Amidst the professional investigation, friends, acquaintances, and strangers have formed an online search community through mobile networks to share pictures, Snapchat, and chat logs on social media, intimating details of Harris's last known whereabouts. And there is a Facebook group that I think it was Shay that had invited me to join earlier. Investigators have not settled on a motive for Harris's disappearance or identified a suspect or person of interest. Detectives seek assistance from the public to solve the case, adjourning anyone with information related to his disappearance to contact the CCPD, the Special Investigations Unit, at 361-886-2840 or the non-emergency phone line at 361-886-2600. Those who would like to keep their identity secret and still provide information to detectives should call the Crime Stoppers at 888-TIPS or submit a tip online. And they leave their website. So, they have not found any information.
That is a weird case.
He just orders his food and then disappears.
People don't just vanish. I mean, there's something, I don't know what it is. But
Now, I think they said the driver was a woman.
Mr. Rosebud, how are you? And Karina, how are you?
that is definitely a strange one.
Yeah, and I wish I had more time before I went live tonight to dig a little bit more into this case, but I mean, this boy's been missing now for 3 weeks. Let me see, and what night was the 4th on? So the 4th was a Monday. 2, So this coming up Monday will be exactly 3 weeks on the 25th that he's been missing. And he just, in the thin air, he has vanished.
Did you see that they have him on a Ring doorbell cam?
No, I have not seen that either.
Oh, I'll put it in the back chat.
Okay.
I'm not looking. I'll get knocked off.
Okay, let me. I'm putting that in my notes now. Let's see. Do most Uber drivers' cars have video? I believe it has been said, Margaret, that most of them do. That like they are putting them in their cars. I don't know if it's a state by state thing or if it's just a preference thing. But honestly, all Uber drivers should have a camera in their car.
I can't even imagine getting in an Uber myself.
No.
Okay, I posted in the back chat. I actually posted 2 links because the first one is where they have them on the doorbell camera footage, and then the second one is where they've shifted the search. I think it was like based on new leads.
Okay. I'm looking. Okay, Monday, March the 4th. Okay, this is at 1 a.m. on the 4th. So he wouldn't have been considered missing at that point, but I'm gonna pull it up anyway. Let's see. But it does show what he is wearing. Okay, but let me shit. In where y'all will be able to see it a little better. Okay.
This Friday night into the urgent search for Caleb Harris. Tonight we're reviewing new.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, I've got it all the way up, and it's still low. But I'm gonna mute
captions.
Let's see, do I have captions? Right here. Okay, so and I'm gonna mute, so it'll be a little bit easier. So my stuff in the background's not playing, or where y'all can hear it.
Continuing our coverage this Friday night into the urgent search for Caleb Harris. Tonight, we're reviewing new video of the Island University student appearing to be from the last night that he was seen.
A Ring camera capturing some of his last movements before his mysterious disappearance.
So take a look here. Caleb can be seen in the parking lot at his off-campus apartment complex off of Ennis Jocelyn around 1 a.m. He was with one of his roommates, a friend, outside playing with a dog. Caleb's face visible as he looked toward the Ring camera before they make their way back in the other direction on that night in early March.
And the search for Caleb Harris now in its 3rd week. Just yesterday, his parents offering a reward of $25,000 for his safe return. Now, to create a sense of urgency for anyone who may have information and hasn't come forward yet, a deadline of March 31st has been placed on that reward. You can call Crime Stoppers where you can remain anonymous. And we will, of course, continue to follow this story and update you with any new developments.
He has the best smile.
He really does. He's a good-looking kid.
Oh.
He just has like one of those genuine smiles, like.
Well, his eyes just sparkle when he smiles too.
Yeah, he looks like he's always happy.
Okay, so that night, 1 a.m., out playing with a dog with his friend. 2 to 3, he orders food. He'd been talking with his friends about this planned fishing trip that they had. And then after he orders his food, his phone goes off or turns off, battery goes dead, whatever. And he hasn't been seen or heard from since.
Now, did they also say that he
Now,
was
see,
barefoot?
this case, I would say that I think there's some kind of foul play because it just
Yeah,
isn't
I
making
do too.
sense.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything about him being barefoot. I think somebody else had mentioned that earlier in here, but they don't say anything about if he has shoes on. Just that the last thing that he was seen wearing, which is what he had on in that rain cam footage, was teal pants and a white shirt. Be interesting to know if he has shoes on.
Jules, I think it was Jules that never mind. I don't know. I don't know 100% in my head, so I'm not going to say a word.
Okay, so this is the other article that Avery posted in the back chat. Let me get it pulled up. Right, I'm just gonna play the video.
Continuing our
Oh, shit, is it playing?
coverage tonight
There we
on
go.
the search for a missing New Braunfels man. Tonight, that search expands with Corpus Christi detectives now traveling to San Antonio and New Braunfels to search for leads.
And it's been more than 2 weeks since Caleb Harris vanished without a trace. Authorities say the 21-year-old college student was last seen at his off-campus apartment complex in Corpus Christi. Overnight on March 4th, loved ones say that Harris let his dog out, then disappeared.
KENS 5 reporter Hannah Tita has been following developments for us. And Hannah, police are giving new insight on their investigation.
That's right, EC's Henry. The Corpus Christi Police Department is the lead investigating agency on this case. And tonight, they are telling the public to expect some changes in their search for the young New Braunfels man. But the police chief assures us this is not a step back. It's just a step in a different direction.
Mysterious disappearance of a college student continues to baffle Corpus Christi.
We have daily briefings.
Police say 21-year-old Caleb Harris lived just a few miles from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Caleb's family told KENS 5 he took his dog out for a walk at about 2:45 a.m. on March 4th. Caleb reportedly let his dog back inside. Loved ones say Caleb was spotted barefoot on surveillance video. We're told he only had his by 3 a.m.
We recover 96 to 100% of our missings every year over year. This is outside the norm, the circumstances here, and we're certainly putting the effort in.
The Corpus Christi Police Department says volunteers scoured hundreds of acres around the apartment complex. Officers then went door to door, searching more than 30 vacant apartments. Investigators say they interviewed Caleb's roommates, friends, family members, and several acquaintances. But so far, they have no reason to suspect anyone was involved in Caleb's disappearance.
You may not look out your kitchen window and see as the grid searches and all the canine searches that we're doing, helicopters and waterway searches, but there's a lot going on.
Detectives are now focusing on digital clues. We're also told investigators have been traveling to San Antonio and New Braunfels to interview people.
We're working with state, federal, all of our local partners, Texas Rangers, to see, have we missed anything? Is there a rock we haven't overturned?
And tonight, Caleb's father, Randy Harris, told me he is still in Corpus Christi, doing everything he can to help investigators find his son. The New Braunfels family is continuing to ask the San Antonio community for prayers. Anyone who has information is asked to call Corpus Christi Police. Henry?
Okay. I'm gonna have to dig into this case tomorrow, y'all. So it did say on there that he did not have shoes on. All he had was his phone.
I thought that's what I heard. I just been second guessing myself here lately.
Yeah.
So many we've been following so many, it gets confusing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because that's how I am. I know that I hear or see something somewhere. I just don't remember where I seen it or heard it at. Or if it was like, if I watched it somewhere, if I read it somewhere. That's just like the other night. I could have swore that I heard that they had found a child's body in a bag and they thought that it was a missing 3-year-old.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
And I asked about it in Discord. I don't know if I guess I must have dreamed it because nobody else has heard it.
Well, let's hope it's not a premonition.
And well, that's what I think it was King Scarlet had asked, because whenever I heard it, I was like, oh damn, I wonder if that's Elijah. that they
Oh
were talking
my.
about, because all I heard was missing 3-year-old. I didn't hear a name with it, and that's why I'm thinking I must have just dreamed it or something.
I have a feeling we're gonna hear something like that with Elijah, though.
Yeah, it was literally like right after I read the article about his blanket being found. But and so this one here, I mean,
Oh,
it's very easy to wait, Sally Mae, you heard that too?
and did you see where his other my God, hold on. His other slipper was found?
No.
I'm sorry, what was found?
His other slipper,
Oh
that
no, I
was
didn't
it
hear that.
Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Wait,
his
well,
spider. I think it's Spider-Man slippers.
yeah, so they found the one near the apartment, and then I believe it was a YouTuber that found the other one. Anyhow, I seen it. I seen a picture of it somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's very easy to get the cases mixed up because we talk about so many different cases. Okay, well, Sally Mae says she heard it too. It was a case that she didn't know. Okay, so maybe I did hear it and it wasn't really a dream. I don't know. It's just I read so much that it's hard to keep up with everything. That's why I have
Yeah.
all the notes that I have.
Oh, I meant to tell you guys, in the Kaylee Gain, is it Gaines?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That girl is not being charged as an adult yet.
Well, I read that they were charging her as an adult.
Nope, it's still up in the air.
Oh well, shit.
Oh,
And I think she's still in a coma too, or the last that I had seen, she's still in a coma. I see his mom had a plea deal hearing coming up, or had one. I've seen somebody else post that in chat earlier about Elijah's mom. Okay, let me read this real quick. I think this is what is this?
Real quick though, 13 hours ago, the Kayla Gaines family launched a petition on change.org to have that girl charged as an adult.
Okay, good. She needs to be. And the people all the kids that was out filming it and not helping, something needs to be done with them too. Okay, so on the Concho Valley website, I'm gonna pull this up real quick because they say right here. Okay, so Caleb Harris was last seen in early March. His father says Caleb's disappearance is completely out of character, and we're 100% sure he was barefoot at the time of disappearance, and that was from his dad. Okay, so this one says, and I think this has a lot coming from his dad. The family of the missing Texas A&M student Caleb Harris tells News Nation now that they're remaining hopeful for his safe return as the search enters its third week. I feel so, y'all, these families of these young kids that are going missing. An hour is bad. Think about a week and then 2 weeks, and now in this case 3 weeks of not knowing anything where your child's at. Are they okay? I feel so bad for these parents in these cases. It says that we're intensifying work with the authorities, and they're doing everything that they possibly can and getting additional help, said Kayla's father, Randy Harris. We've got a lot of volunteers out searching as well in different areas, and we're beginning to get some leads, but so far nothing has panned out. And that's got to be another thing. They get a lead or they'll get a tip, but you know that it's got to like get the family's hopes up. And then they check the lead or the tip out, and it turns out to be nothing. And that's where, like what Riley's stepdad had said on their thing. that emotional roller coaster. And we have done Lost Lady V again.
Dang it, Lady V.
All right, let me put the thing back out for her. And you know that emotional roller coaster
Oh
has
yeah.
got to be exhausting.
Oh yeah.
Of getting all excited when something new comes in, and then just to have it crush you when it turns out to be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett, I dropped that in Discord for you, in your Discord.
Okay.
About that baby.
Oh, I posted the 4-year-old's body who was just found in the Putnam River. I posted that in the back chat too.
Yeah, this one was in West Philadelphia dumpster.
Oh,
was it a 3-year-old?
I think gender. However, investigators believe the child whose gender was immediate between 2 and 4 years old.
Okay.
This baby was not with us any longer.
I thought the one that you're talking about is the 4-year-old boy who they found his body in the Putnam River. That's who I thought you were talking about.
Well, now we have a couple.
I guess he had been missing.
This was just March 18th.
Okay, because the one I heard was they found a child, a 3-year-old, the body of a 3-year-old in a bag of the missing 3-year-old, and I didn't hear a name.
In a bag?
Yeah, in a bag.
This is a duffel bag.
And I automatically thought of Elijah.
Yeah, this is a duffel bag.
So
a duffel bag in a dumpster.
Oh boy.
I could have dreamed it, honestly.
What is
because
wrong with these people?
I never
I
heard.
don't know. This one sounds a lot like what you're talking about.
Well, I never heard where they found it. Just we found the body of the missing 3-year-old in a bag.
Well, this one says between 2 and 4, so they could have
yeah.
found out. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It's very weird how I know I heard it. Just
Well,
don't
Sally
know
Mae said
if
she
it
did
was,
too. So.
Yeah, and it was a case that she had never heard of. So I don't know. It's weird. Okay. So it says here, Caleb was last seen in the early morning hours of March 4th. He had walked his dog before 3 a.m., which they just said about 2:45 that morning, which wasn't unusual for him, according to his father. He returned home with the dog, then left again, and has not been seen since. And his father says that his phone has been dead. His phone just went offline, whether it was turned off or it ran out of battery. Randy said. Randy previously told News Nation's Chris Cuomo that his son has no medical conditions or mental health issues that may have contributed to his disappearance, and he doesn't have a habit of leaving without letting people know where he was going. Harris described his son as a normal 21-year-old man who loves to fish and hunt. Randy said that there's much more about Caleb's disappearance that doesn't fit with his personality. He was a very scheduled individual. He was texting me photos of fishing lures earlier in the evening of what he was planning on using the next day, said Randy. Everything was looking okay. He had good grades. There's no indication of anything. He left his wallet and his keys. We're 100% sure that he was barefoot even. Randy said that the family has leaned on their faith to stay positive. We just have to depend on our faith in our family and the sheer incredible amount of people that have helped us, said Randy. The volunteers that are out there still today doing different searches all over Corpus Christi. Caleb Harris has brown hair, brown eyes, stands 5'11", weighs 180 pounds, and anyone with information is urged to call the Corpus Christi Police Department. And once again, it has their phone numbers. Oh, yes, Libra Moon. I heard that. Yeah.
What?
This woman.
Oh, my God.
Okay. And if I can, it's on Newsbreak. I don't know if I have Newsbreak on my computer or not, but it popped up on my phone. This woman heard her 4-year-old use a firearm on himself.
Oh, my God.
and she went back to sleep
Oh my God.
in Baton Rouge.
Oh my God.
No, nope. It's on X. That's where I seen it at, Lieberman. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I saw it today. I was so flippin' disgusted. Like, how the hell can you go back to sleep
Wow.
after you hear something like that? Like, you don't get up and check on your like.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. And then I thought to myself, you know what? That's Baton Rouge people for you. Not all of them, but yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Wow.
Let me see if it's Baton Rouge. Yes, here it is, right here. They're gonna bring up the.
I don't understand how any person could do that.
Here's a picture of her right here.
Oh my God.
I saw it. I was just like, she's 22 years old. The mom is. That is her.
What? Oh, go
back.
Hold on. Down a little bit. I mean, go back up. No, to the writing. Go.
Oh.
Oh,
It just
stop.
says
In possession of a machine pew pew.
I don't know because I haven't read it.
I just saw the words right there at the bottom.
I see handgun. That's all I
Oh,
can.
yeah, I see it right here. Okay, so homicide detectives investigating 69th Avenue shooting. Baton Rouge Police homicide detectives arrested Ariana Scott, 22, earlier this evening in connection with a shooting incident that took place around 9:27 a.m. this morning at 2212 69th Avenue. Scott's 4-year-old son gained access to an illegally modified handgun and sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The victim was transported to a local hospital and is currently in critical condition. Now, this was posted March 20th at 9:40 p.m. Okay. Scott has been booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison with several offenses. These include improper supervision of a minor by a parent, possession of a firearm by a person convicted of certain felonies, possession with the intent to distribute Schedule I drugs, possession of a firearm in the presence of a controlled dangerous substance, and possession of a machine gun. And this is an ongoing investigation. So I don't know if this little 4-year-old little boy, if he
You're
made
right,
it,
Michelle.
because this was supposed to. I literally just saw this today.
It said he unalived himself.
No, it says right here he was transported and is currently in critical condition.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he might have, because like I said, this was 3 days ago, 2.5 days ago when this was posted. So let me see if I can find out real quick if the little boy is still alive.
I agree, Michelle. It should be a DP for that parent.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, see, there's a lot of stuff on here that's only been posted like a day ago. Let's see. Okay, let me pull this up because this is. When did this come out? This came out on the 21st. All right, so the mother of a 4-year-old who shot himself went to sleep after hearing the gunshot Wednesday morning, according to police. So police arrested Ariana Scott, 22, after her son gained access to an illegal modified handgun where he sustained a self-inflicted wound and is currently in critical condition at a local hospital. According to the affidavit of the arrest, Scott indicated that she was in her bedroom when she heard a loud noise in the home before going back to sleep. When she woke up a short time later, she called for her child, did not hear a response, and found the child with a pool of the red stuff. Scott also initially denied knowledge of the handgun due to her felony criminal record. After further questioning, she admitted that the firearm was initially stored in her bedroom closet and was unsure how her child got the gun. He got it because it wasn't properly stored.
When are people going to learn?
Wow. She's being charged, right?
Yes.
Or-
Oh,
I
okay.
yeah.
hope so.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
so because they also found a large bag of weed packaged for street level narcotic distribution, which Scott claimed to be for her boyfriend's personal usage before stating that she knew that it was not for personal usage. She's booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison for improper supervision of a minor by a parent, possession of a firearm by a person convicted of certain felonies, possession with intent to distribute Schedule I drugs, possession of a firearm in the presence of a controlled dangerous substance, and possession of a machine gun.
So she has prior felonies
Yep.
and wasn't even supposed to have a gun.
Nope.
Mm-mm-mm. That's sad.
How the fuck do you hear your child do that and then go right back to sleep?
That's just.
I'm speechless.
How?
I don't have words for that. I swear, I hear the
And-
little like thump, and
Well-
and Jaden's 13 years old, but you
Yeah,
know I'm going to go
Suck it up
check.
and look.
Yeah,
And a machine
Yeah.
gun is like, are you kidding me? You're in possession of that?
And then gonna lie. She knows damn good and well that was not put up in her closet in her bedroom because ain't no 4-year-old little kid gonna get it out of your closet in your bedroom. You had that shit sitting out. He got it. You didn't know that he had it in his room. You heard it go off and did not get up and check on it.
Well, he was probably emulating the people he was
Oh.
around.
True. That is true.
you guys, these dogs are so worn out that I'm sitting on my porch and I can hear them snoring from my couch.
I just heard one of them snore. I'm so sorry. That's why I don't have male and female dogs. No way.
They are completely exhausted, but they are asleep with their faces right next to Lola's butt.
Do we know do we know which one he used to do that with?
And also, how's a 4-year-old even pick up a heavy gun? I don't. Well,
Yeah, that is a heavy gun.
He used a 40 caliber Glock handgun.
Oh my
Oh, the
gosh.
handgun.
I missed that.
No, this is a different article that I just found about the same case.
Well, she had one there, KK. They didn't
Yeah,
say that's the one he used, but they said they had one
Yeah,
there.
she was charged with being in possession of a machine gun also. Hey, Loaded Hot, how are you? Okay, so according to the Baton Rouge Police Department, shortly before 9:30 a.m., officers responded to a reported shooting in the 2200 block of 69th Avenue in Baton Rouge. Upon arrival, officers found a boy unresponsive with life-threatening gunshot wounds to his head, according to the affidavit. The child was taken to a local hospital for his injuries. Police say that after locating the firearm, officers got a warrant and searched the home. During the search, officers found a loaded 40 caliber Glock handgun equipped with a switch. One shell casing was found in the child's bedroom. Officers also reportedly found a large bag of weed, a scale, a small baggies that they say is consistent with street level drug distribution in a closet next to the 4-year-old's bedroom.
I might have missed it, but did they say how long it was before she reported it?
She heard it, went back to sleep, and then a little while later she woke up, called for him. And when she didn't get a response, then she got up and found him. So you just holler for him, like you don't
Like,
realize
you didn't hear anything.
Like you don't wake up and realize, holy shit, I heard a shot in my house. Let me go check on my child. Like
She's probably wasted.
that's one of them people where they need to like jerk out the reproductive system out of a female.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
People like that piss me off. And I saw this earlier, y'all. It just read the headline of it that she had went back to sleep after she heard it, and I couldn't even read anything else. And let's see how long she slept. Yeah, Libra Moon, there's no telling how long she was asleep. Like, was she asleep when she heard it? Was she awake, heard it, and then went back to? I don't know. It's just,
Because if she would have reported it immediately, he could have been saved, possibly.
well, they still haven't said though that he's deceased. Still that he has life-threatening injuries, but that's what I was trying to find, if there was like any type of update that if he had passed, or if he's what condition he's in. But everything I've seen, that he's still in critical condition. So being
don't know.
charged and going to jail just is not gonna. Margaret, I agree. And KK, yes, she probably was. She was probably doped out, and I
Yep.
mean that street more than likely. Any other street with that name or that number that I know of in Louisiana is usually in a bad area of town. So yeah, it's just, that is, oh my God. Now, if I pray the little boy makes it and he turns out okay, but there is a chance if he does make it,
He'll never be the same.
he'll never be the same. He won't. It's a new murder capital. Yeah, Baton Rouge is really bad. Used to be NOLA. Like, what is it? I know at one time we had like 3. It was Shreveport, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans was on the top 10. 3 in the top 10 of like the worst in the nation. And I seen something the other day where Opelousas is also getting really bad. The whole damn state is just bad, y'all.
The whole damn world is bad.
Yeah, that is true too. The world is just, I don't know. It's
Everybody's gone crazy.
Hey, Scarlett, don't forget that first article that I posted. I don't know if you want to go over it. Maybe you don't.
let's see about the 5-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me.
it might be too. I don't know. It might not.
Well, I saw the title of it, so I want to kind of skim over it just to make sure it's not, because it may have to be something that I just dropped the link in chat.
That one, that would
Just-
be hard to cover. Just trying to explain it on here would be hard anymore.
Just
Without getting struck by YouTube.
yeah, that's why I might have to just drop it in the chat, the link.
I think didn't Libra Moon drop it earlier?
No, because she's not a mod, so she can't drop a.
No, I meant in Discord.
Oh yeah, she might have in there. He would mop the floor with her in her urine. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why I read through that real quick, and I'm like, I don't know how you would cover that.
I think the infuriating part right now, I mean, she's gone, so that's infuriating already. But the mom took a deal, and that is just not fair.
No, it's not.
The mom allowed all this to happen, witnessed all of this to happen, and did nothing. And she gets a deal?
That's not right.
I know that there is. I seen another. Y'all, I can't read this out loud. I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worse than what Madeline went through.
Yeah, it's bad.
Let me get a clean version of this real quick. Hold on. Okay. Damn it! Why is it not? Still is saying it's too long and won't let me. Copy.
We need Big Al to shorten the link for us.
Yeah. Where the hell is Big Al at?
Because I don't know how to do that.
I don't either. Does anybody else?
Hold on. Maybe this did it. Shit. Nope. I'm still 175 characters over. Why do they got to give us a limitation on our characters? Hold on. Let me try this real quick and see if this will work. But Joe, you're talking about the mom getting. Did that post as a link in there? I saw on Newsbreak that there was a. I forgot where it was at in Louisiana. This guy and this child, this baby, was beaten, and the mom and dad were both arrested for it. The dad is the one who initially done it, but the mom was arrested for allowing it to happen. And the dad of this baby was, I forgot, like just several days old. Wasn't very old at all. Had previous charges that he done this to a previous child from another mother. And now you got this woman who goes and has a kid with him, and he does the same thing, and she just lets it happen. I don't understand what the hell is up with women and just letting men do shit like this to their child.
Okay, I found another article. It was a video too, but it's day 3 of his trial, and it's a shorter link that you could share.
Okay.
I posted it in the back chat, but apparently it looks like they live streamed his trial.
Oh damn.
Because when I typed in his name in Google, it pulled up all kinds of court trial videos.
Okay. I'm trying to go to Google and see if I can get it on there to do shorter, because y'all, like, it's one of those things where it's really bad and you want to
Maybe you could play the video and the one that, I don't know, the one that I just shared, because it's a news video. Would that be okay?
Let's see.
Because I don't know what the news, like the news reporter surely wouldn't say anything that's against TOS, would she?
How long? It's 2 minutes. Let me cut it down. I'm just going to listen to it a little bit. If it would just explain what he did without being too graphic, it'll probably be okay. It's just kind of explaining what happened to her.
I just hate when I see these cases of these children that got no coverage, or that we never heard about, because cases are cherry picked, and it bothers me because I want them all to be heard. Does that make sense?
Yep. Sally Mae, have a good night.
Good night, Sally Mae.
Crystal Candelero is her name. Oh yes, Libra Moon. She got life in prison. I saw that. It's good for her. She should have left that baby at home. Okay, this is the one that you were talking about, Avery. I haven't listened to the whole video. I don't think that they're going to say anything that would get me in trouble with YouTube. I will warn y'all, whenever they start explaining, if they do explain on here what happened to this little girl, just brace yourself, because what the dude did was disgusting. And just put in chat if y'all can.
Yeah. See, apparently the trial was on YouTube, because it says the trial of Jose Ruiz, and then it's got the little YouTube thing down there. So
yeah, and it says on here that the mother of the child was also supposed to testify against him.
Yeah, she took a proffer, just like
for her plea came in. Yeah,
just like what's that idiot's name? Kayla Montgomery. Yeah. I'm sick of that. They can't keep just getting off of charges. There's got to be something to
Well,
stop that.
it's like, why is the DA and them even offering a plea deal,
Yeah, it's not right.
especially to the child's mother? Of all people, the child's mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was there and witnessed it.
Exactly. Like, she let this shit happen. She should not get a plea deal. Same thing with Kayla.
Exactly.
She should have never been offered a plea deal.
And there's
They
a
both
chance
should
that
be
Kayla might get her kids back. She's appealing.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, at first, as if it's not mind blowing enough that she's getting out of jail. She's basically walking away scot free. But now there's a chance she can get her children back? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
I'm hoping she doesn't. Honestly. Like, just leave the kids alone wherever they're at. Leave them alone. Leave them there. Let them have a normal life. Like, you don't need them. You let your husband do what he did to his child, their sister. You stuck with him and carried this child's deceased body around. You're just as bad as Adam. You shouldn't have your kids. Plain and simple.
Let me find out she gets those kids. And
She's a danger to them.
yeah, and if I'm able, with my child, I will go stalk her. I will have her under surveillance.
Well, and the thing of it is, how long is it going to be before she gets back on self-medicating?
Yep.
Well, that, and I wonder when she gets out if it's going to be a condition of her being released that she cannot have any contact with Adam, even though she's got kids with him.
Oh, but
because she doesn't need to be in contact with him.
No, she doesn't.
You
She'll
guys,
probably beg for that.
Can you guys hear Jackson trying to bark?
I can barely hear him.
He has barked so much, he's lost his voice.
Poor baby. Okay, as miserable as you are, just imagine how miserable he is, okay?
I know.
Yeah. Wait, I know not to live. Oh, yeah. Baton Rouge and San Antonio, man, they've been having some news come out of there here lately with all this, which I'm pretty sure it's always been a lot of crime, but it's like ever since Savannah Soto's case came out, like every day or two you're hearing something coming out of San Antonio now. And Baton Rouge is just, I don't know. That shit there, though, with the mama going back to sleep is just sickening. Honestly. Okay, let's play this. Where they're talking about.
We need them to test her out on that gas.
Oh yeah, because I mean, in Louisiana, that's our
She
governor
deserves
signed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He signed that as one of the options for the DP.
If it doesn't work, well then, if there's issues with that, don't really care.
No. I mean, if that little boy ends up passing away, she should get the DP. Let's see. I was reading an article about Jose Ruiz. It had a word discipline in article reminds me of Elijah. Man, some people are just fucking disgusting.
I never thought I would say this, but it's almost reaching the point that I think you should be vetted and get a license before you can have a child.
I mean, it's sad to say that, but yeah. Honestly.
Now, that goes against everything I believe, but, wow.
Yeah. Some people just should not reproduce. Okay, when I start playing this, y'all let me know if y'all cannot hear it because I'm playing it a different way on this video. So if y'all can't hear it, just let me know.
No volume.
I knew it. Hold on. It's just through. It's because I think I got it pulled up on Google instead of. through Brave. And if I don't play it through Brave, which is what I got my StreamYard pulled up in, then it won't play. This better work this time because if it don't, I'm going to be irritated. All right. Let's see
No volume.
Hold on. Okay.
Abuse and torture.
There you go.
Okay.
What prosecutors allege a child went through before dying.
Mercedes Lozoya died in February of 2022. Right now, her mother's boyfriend, Jose Ruiz, is in court facing 8 counts of injury to a child. And later today, the child's own mother is expected to take the stand.
So far, it has been a quiet morning at the Justice Center. Our Erica Hernandez has been following this trial since the day it began. So, Erica, what was the jury allowed to see this morning?
Yeah, David, we actually saw more video from another apartment that Mercedes was staying in with her mom and her sister, the same as Ruiz's apartment yesterday. Police collected several items of evidence. Some of those items included hair, heating pads, used puppy pads, and bruise creams. The jury has been out most of the morning as they discussed entering evidence from Ruiz's cell phone. He allegedly filmed some of the abuse and took photos of injuries. The judge has ruled to allow this evidence into trial, and so the jury will be seeing it at some point. I do want to mention late yesterday afternoon, 3 neighbors of Ruiz took the stand to talk about 911 calls they had made almost 3 months before Mercedes died. They say they could hear a child crying and screaming through the walls. Here is some of that testimony.
The intensity, like the wailing and how severely the child was crying, and the duration was very prolonged.
And while she was crying, did you ever hear her say any words with it?
Not words, just ow, ow, ow.
Now, all 3 neighbors said they called SAPD multiple times and they only came out once and talked to Ruiz Mendoza, but never went inside the apartment. As far as Mendoza, she has taken a plea deal in exchange for her testimony. Now, she is expected to be the next witness called up. That could be during the lunch hour right now or later this afternoon at lunch. Now, we are live streaming this trial. You can watch on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and KSAT's YouTube channel. Live at the Kidder Ruiz Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Okay. San Antonio, boy, they love them perp walks, don't they?
Can you believe he videoed it?
He's disgusting. That's wrong. He got off on that.
And from what I was reading, this went on for a really long time.
Yeah.
That little girl suffered beyond. They said when she was brought to the hospital and they couldn't revive her, there was no part on her body that wasn't broken, bruised. Yeah.
The front and back of her body.
Front and back. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Libra Moon, I agree. Libra says women need to stop having their kids around strangers or bad boyfriends or stepdads.
This mom watched, Libra. She watched it and did nothing.
I hope Jill Justice. Just pray for Jill Justice for both of them.
And he's not facing the death penalty.
I can't believe that. That is crazy. So is that the one that used the yes, Michelle. And that's what the article that I was trying to post the link to, which I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna put it in the in Discord. Let me find it.
Yeah. I don't know why I get so upset when I see these cases that aren't heard, and I feel like the biggest reason that we do this is to give these children a voice, and so when I see the cases that aren't all over YouTube or whatever, it bothers me. Like, it really, really bothers me.
It does me too, Avery. I feel the same way. I think, I think it's kind of, like I said the other night, I think it's kind of our duty
I mean,
to bear witness.
if you see like true crime creators covering the same case over and over and over and over again with just stupid ass conspiracy theories, they could be taking that time to give voices to these other cases who have never even been heard.
Yeah, I agree.
The least that we can do for some of these children is let their story be heard.
Yeah, because that one there I've never heard of. That is just, I posted the link in Discord. I put a trigger warning underneath it. It's very disgusting. It's very bad. It's very sad. And Metamom, yeah, we saw that one. Did y'all see the one that the mom left the 16-month-old baby alone while she went on vacation?
Yeah.
Yes, I've
Okay,
seen that.
is that the Libra? Is that the same one you were talking about that the mama got life in prison? I don't know why I'm thinking that baby wasn't 16 months old, but she might have been.
It's like, what is? Oh, we just say this too much. What is wrong?
Like,
with
you
people?
couldn't get a babysitter? Like, you had to go. Okay, so it was the same one. Okay. But you had to go on vacation that bad that you had to leave your 16-month-old baby home alone? Hey, Shay, how are you?
Hey, Shay.
I don't. It's disgusting, y'all. It's for real. I don't get parents. Like, she's another one. The mom who left the 16-month-old baby. Jerk out her reproductive organs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they can do it to a guy,
Absolutely.
do it to the woman too. I mean, it's just, oh, God.
But I agree with Avery. It's like, so all of these creators, they'll spend time going over BS stuff that isn't true, rehashing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
but
like
we
a broken
can't
record.
we can't put out something that's important.
Well, I mean, that's like Colbert. Y'all know that I have covered that case extensively.
Yeah, but there's only so much to say at
Right.
this point.
But as of right now, there's nothing new. Like, we heard the hearing. I go over all of the documents if they're important. I mean, I'm not going to go over the 14th supplemental request for discovery and all that because really there's no point in it. If it's something important, I'll go over it. But if there's nothing new, I'm not
Focus on something else.
right. Scarlett, yes, Shay, I got it. Thank you for sending that to me, and I joined from that invite. So yeah, and Shay actually talked about Caleb's case a little while ago, but I didn't hear about it till like not long before I went live. So now I'm gonna spend my day tomorrow digging into his case and getting more information. Because after what I've seen with Raleigh's case and the crap that some people were putting out there,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I want to make sure that the facts are put out there because Raleigh's case was just, I don't know. I seen that one video, y'all, and I told somebody in Discord a minute ago that that one video I seen and the narrative that was being pushed, I guess it rubbed me the wrong way. And then it's just,
Well, it should.
it irritated. Like, y'all saw when I went off in Discord about it. It just, I don't know. I guess on top of everything else, it just had
Like
me.
it's not bad enough looking for your son or losing
Right.
your son. They have
Right.
to listen to this crap being put out.
And Shay, I agree. Shay said, I'm happy. It's sad that his case, it didn't get as much attention. It's very concerning. And that's, I mean, he went missing 4 days before Raleigh did. And I don't know if it has to do with the location of Raleigh, like where he went missing and being Nashville in a well-known city.
And where the bar he went to.
Yeah, I don't know if all of that played a factor into it. But like Caleb went missing 4 days earlier, and I didn't even know about it until today, about his case. Let's see, I want to know what those traffic cams could pick up in any ring cameras for Caleb Harris. Yeah. Like, hopefully police they've been working on all that. I just hope that people watch the videos that are put out by law enforcement and not released by building owners.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's probably one thing that irritated me the most. Was the
Hey,
fact
you
that
guys want to hear something funny to lighten the mood?
what's that?
So I just now noticed it that Jaden's dad sent me a screenshot. For dinner, I made kielbasa and sauerkraut and fried potatoes. And apparently, Jaden texted his dad a text message saying that I'm trying to kill him with some kind of funky, rotten smelling cabbage. I just think
that is too funny. Okay. I am putting together, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I did make a Caleb Harris channel in Discord. I might have mentioned that, I don't remember. But I'm also doing a Caleb Harris thing in my binder right now, so I can start putting all of his notes in there. That's what I'm saying, Shay.
I mean, it's like it's right in the middle of an area where there's cameras everywhere. How can you not?
Okay, so the ring cam that we just saw that footage of that showed him at 1 o'clock that morning, showed Caleb. How far is that from his apartment? Does anybody know?
No, I only know as much as you do.
Okay.
I just caught it like very quickly before we went on tonight.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a lot of digging to do tomorrow, y'all. And I will say that more than likely Sunday night will probably not be live because I have to get up early Monday morning. Unless it's something very important. Caleb's found or something like that, then I will. Get rid of this card. I can help you. Some local info I need it. Okay, thank you, Shay. I appreciate that. Damn, I'm almost out of paper, y'all. Oh, and I was gonna say, I just noticed somebody had sent a cash app to me earlier tonight. You know who it is. Thank you. It's very nice of you. Okay. Shit. I need to mute real quick. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay. I had to grab some more paper. Libra, yeah. Caleb's case is, I don't know. It's weird how he goes and he takes his dog out, and his dad said that's nothing unusual. You know, he had this big fishing trip planned with his friends. He orders his food. So it's not like he had plans to go do things that he liked doing. So it's not like he would have just ran off, and left. Oh, Lord. I mean, it will make for a good rabbit hole, that's for sure, Shay. Sarah Beth, thank you so much for becoming a member, and welcome to the family. Oh, shit, I just cut my finger, y'all. Flipping paper. I'm trying not to be loud, but I've got all this like right under the mic. I'm trying to be like super quiet with it. So the frat boy that called 911 told them that his phone last pinged about the sheriff's department at 11 p.m. though. See, that was that a bullshit call?
No, it wasn't. The mom. His mom. Riley's mom had looked up on his their Life 360 app, and he told the boys where his phone last was, and told them to call 911.
Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to put all this in this other notebook. See, I've gotten 2 gifted memberships, so I figured it was time to actually join. Well, thank you, Sarah Beth.
I've been following that case, Shay. That case is infuriating. I hope they both get life.
Okay, so the Ruby Frank, is it Frank or Frankie?
Frank.
Okay, so I've heard or I've seen a couple of different things about that case today. I did not follow that case. I know that her and her friend got arrested, for abusing her children and this and that. But what exactly has happened now?
What do you mean?
Like in the case?
So they both pled guilty to 4 counts, and they got up to 30 years each in prison.
Okay.
And the kids are still in the foster care system, or DCY, whatever it's called.
Right.
And Ruby's husband filed for divorce, and he is trying to get the kids, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get them.
Okay, because I did something about him being mentioned on one of the places that I forgot.
So
which channel it was.
He had not seen or spoke to the kids for over a year before this happened.
What kind of father?
Really?
So Ruby hooked up with Jody, and Jody's a psychologist, and they became really good friends. And he didn't even know that Ruby had moved to, a different area to Jody's house with the kids. Anyhow, he had an addiction to pornography.
Ugh.
And so the husband, Ruby's husband, and so at the advice of Jody, the friend psychologist, he was to move out, and he verbally agreed to a no contact order with the children or her for over a year, but he was financially supporting her. And so he had absolutely no idea that any of this was going on.
Oh, damn.
It was like a lot of manipulation on the Jody, the psychologist. It's like she was manipulating the situation. And then they found in Ruby's diary or journal that Jody was planning to buy more land so that they could get even more aggressive with this boot camp type lifestyle that these kids were living. But it was more than boot camp. I mean, it was straight up abuse.
Right.
I think they put photos up finally of the kids. They didn't show their faces, but of their bodies. And it was bad.
Oh, God. I don't understand people. I'm going to be honest. I
don't either. And there was like a lot of mention in her journals that Ruby thought her children were possessed by the devil, and that things like her children are possessed, she's going to end up in prison and her children dead, things like that. So There's no telling how much worse it would have gotten if that little boy wouldn't have escaped and went to the neighbors.
And this woman was a YouTuber with like all these subs.
Yeah. So first, her when she was with her husband, they had that channel, something of six party. No. Something of six with their 6 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And but right before they separated, they ended that channel, and then she went into business with Jody, the psychologist, and they launched a podcast, and they wrote a book that they published. And so her husband, he's separated from them for over a year. Well, he sees the podcast episodes and he sees the book release, so he thinks that everything's going good
Mm-hmm.
because they're not showing what they're really doing to those kids.
Right.
Those kids, they had been tying them up with ropes and duct tape and forcing them to do just awful, just
There's no
torture.
telling, probably no
Yeah.
telling what they forced them to do.
And then they were so malnourished, like the little boy, you could see his shoulder blades in the back. Like they were so, and then like the duct tape, it had been on there so long that when they removed it, it was pure flesh underneath. It's terrible, just terrible.
Oh my god. I just people like that just I can't find the right word for them. It's like disgusted or mad. Like that's just not the right word. Don't get parents who are their kids. I don't understand. It's like their brain needs to be removed from their body and just examined.
I think that Jody, the psychologist, I think she thought that she was invincible because of how rich she is.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, when the police went to her $5.3 million home, they didn't give a crap about what she had or anything. They forcefully took her out. They were looking for one of the other kids, and found that kid tied up in a closet. But I think she thought she was just absolutely invincible.
People like that make me sick, and that's another person I hope jail justice takes over.
And there's a documentary that just came out it's a new app on TV on my Roku TV. I think it's called Whirly, something like that, but it's called The Rise and Fall of Ruby Franke.
Don't understand these people. They're crazy. She only would download the file. Okay, Libra, I just seen your message in Discord about it wouldn't let you download it, and then I see where Shay has posted it as well about Ruby and Jody. I don't know. I mean, there's got to be something that's there needs to be a harsher punishment. If it doesn't qualify for DP, like there should be something else that they can do.
Like, just to show you how twisted their minds are, they released a jailhouse phone call of Jody.
You're hard to hear, Avery.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, you sound like you're talking to a can.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot I came in the house and didn't swap over. But like, just to tell you how these women think. Jody, the psychologist, they released a jailhouse phone call, and I'm not sure if she was talking to her husband or her lawyer, but she was saying the little boy talking about the duct tape that they had around his legs and arms and how it was all the way down to the flesh.
Mhm.
And she's telling him, we didn't do that. Yeah, we put the duct tape on him, but he's the one who kept wiggling and moving around and made it start getting raw and irritated.
Well,
Like,
what was he supposed to do?
that's how these women think. They think like, oh, I didn't, if they would have listened, then they could have had food. If they would have done what they were supposed to do and acted better, then they could have had food. Like, we didn't do this, they did. That's how their mentality is. It's
So
just,
it was all the kids' faults, and
yes,
the adults did nothing wrong.
yep.
That kind of reminds me of my stepdad and how he used to be. I
And I
hate people
think,
like that, and I know it's not right. You're not supposed to hate people, but personal experience, I hate people like that.
I think those two kids, I believe they were 9 and 7. And then Ruby had 2 other kids who were staying with another one of her friends. And then their 2 oldest kids were grown and out of the house, but they had been calling and making reports and welfare checks because they were concerned about their siblings. But the police had never done anything about it.
Well, then that's where the older kids who were calling because they were concerned
Mhm.
need to file lawsuits.
The whole thing is just weird. And when you listen to the husband, like when they bring him in for questioning, and he's sitting there going, I haven't seen my kids in over a year. I haven't talked to them. I don't know anything about the situation. And he's like, I trusted my wife. I trust my wife. You know, I was honoring our verbal agreement because, you know, this was my punishment for being addicted to pornography. And so I honored the agreement of no contact. And I'm thinking, what parent agrees to not have contact with their children for over a year? Like, but you're still financially supporting her and the kids. The whole thing is just weird.
That's just a person who didn't care about his kids. Because you knew that, like, was this going on before Jody and Ruby, like, become friends?
No. Mm-mm.
So it started once her and Jody met.
Yep.
Okay, so the mothers said that her son chose to have those injuries because he decided to move around and the duct tape plus rope. Oh my God. Like, he's supposed to just sit perfectly still while he's tied up. It's, ugh. I hate people like that. That's those people that you just want to stab in the eyeball with a pen. Let's see, weird. Like, gets me weird about like Bella Daybell without the unaliving people. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. That is sad. Tying kids up, keeping food away from them, and then turning around and blaming the kid for something that you did.
They were so emaciated and malnourished that they had to take them by ambulance and they were hospitalized. It's mind blowing the things these people do.
Like, how can a mother? I don't understand that. How a
I
mom
don't,
can do it.
I don't understand it either because when I mean, just like I mean, I'm sure you're the same way, but when I look at my kids, all I want to see is them happy and smiling, and I just want to hug them and love on them. And
It's like I said, it just of a personal experience. I never, anytime my kids ever wanted to go in the kitchen and get something to eat, they always could. I never told them, don't get nothing to eat. We're about to eat supper, or I'm fixing to cook. I never did that, just for personal reasons. Because, like I said, this reminds me of my stepdad whenever I was younger, and how he did. And anybody who keeps food away from a kid, to me, it should be a DP sentence. And that's just my personal opinion. Because you don't keep food from a kid. You don't do that. You don't tie them up. I'm glad, like, I hate that the kids went through that, and I know that their story needed to be told. I'm glad I didn't cover that case. Because shit like that pisses me off.
They were saying something about, because this was in Utah, something about the judge doesn't decide.
Avery, did we lose you? She muted herself. Jody thinks she was set up. Jody sounds like a real narcissistic person. Like, she done no wrong. Everything is everyone else's fault.
Sorry, I was getting a packing box. Yeah. Well, you should see the video when they go to her front door.
Oh God.
You're like, yeah, really, I'm glad you would have been. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord, I can't
I'm
even
glad.
imagine.
I'm glad I didn't.
I had to get away from the dog who barely has a voice, Spark. But they were saying something about in the state of Utah, the jury doesn't decide on the sentencing. It's like a board.
Oh, Shay said the judge didn't decide the sentencing.
Well, they said it's a board of, I can't remember what it's called, board of something. And like the way it works in Utah is they will have chances for parole like every so often, and this board decides how long they serve. So their maximum that they can serve is 30 years.
So the max is 30?
Yeah.
That's not nearly long enough.
Some of the things that they did to these kids, they would make them go out and see Jody's house is like way out in the desert.
Mhm.
It's very secluded, way out in the desert. And they would make them go outside and do like these very, like, I don't know, yard work or chores or whatever that are like way beyond their capabilities. But they
Right.
would make them do it barefoot and with no clothes when in the middle of summer, when it's like the ground is super, super hot.
Uh-huh.
And then if like the one little boy, if he didn't do right, they made him sleep outside on the ground
Oh my God.
outside of Ruby's bedroom. It's just mind blowing the things they did to them.
The food was a reward for them doing work.
It's really bad. It's just,
I'm so glad I didn't cover this. So very glad, because this is a lot like my stepdad was.
and I just really hope that the dad doesn't get custody of them because
No, if he agreed not to have contact with, like, I get you're admitting you have an issue, okay?
yeah,
Go get help for it.
yeah,
There,
exactly.
there are therapists who can help you for that type of addiction. But you don't agree to not see your kids.
Yeah, I mean, in anybody else's right mind, you would say to your spouse, okay, I have a problem I need to get counseling for, but not seeing my children or talking to them on the phone or even knowing how they're doing is my punishment. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't think he's quite all there.
Sound like Ruby wore the pants in the family. And what
Yeah.
she said went.
And he did whatever she said. Like, he told the police the last time he had seen her was when she requested that he come over and or meet up with her and sign over titles to the vehicles. It's just, it's like he just did whatever, like a puppy dog. I don't know.
So that's what Shay says. She said you have to watch the interview, though. You find out later that he was being manipulated and brainwashed by his wife. It's crazy.
You know, but I'm sorry. There's nobody who can manipulate me into not seeing agreeing to not
No.
see my children or have contact with them.
No, you. No, that's just. Oh, I don't understand parents. I really don't, y'all. See, the school
Well,
called
she
mother.
was doing weird stuff though before with her kids. Not like that, anything like that. But I mean, I saw some videos with the older kids and stuff that what was it? She made her older son not be able to sleep on the bed or something for
Yeah,
quite a
he
while
slept on
because
a beanbag.
yeah,
That was when her and her husband were still
because he
together.
didn't. Yeah, I mean, she was doing weird things back then too.
Okay, so this is while the husband was in the house, then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and the husband.
Yeah, he don't need the kids either.
Well, the husband said, what he said was that this little boy was being mean to his little brother, and they shared a bedroom.
He pulled a prank on him.
What siblings are not mean to each other or pick on each other or?
Yeah.
I mean,
So he said that they told him that he couldn't sleep in that bedroom, that he shared with his brother, that he could sleep anywhere else. He could sleep on the couch. He could sleep anywhere else that he wanted. And that he said that the boy chose to sleep on the beanbag. And he said then when they moved into their new house, they bought a house with more bedrooms, and then he had his own bedroom. But he said that this is when they had their YouTube channel, and people were calling them abusive then.
Yeah.
For him sleeping on a beanbag, and that's why their channel tanked.
Well, and there were just like a whole lot of things like that. So when this woman entered her life, I think it was just natural for her to gravitate to that because she was kind of sliding that way anyway.
Mhm. Yeah, and there's got to be something mentally not right if you think that your kids have the devil in them.
I mean, I took.
that's some Lori Vallow
They took
shit
down.
right there.
They did.
Yeah.
They took down some. They took down the videos, but I was able to pull up at least. God, this was months ago. I was able to pull it up on the Wayback Machine. The original YouTube channel, some of it.
Oh yeah, the videos are all over the place. Oh, I gotta mute. Dang dogs.
Yeah, that talking about your kids being possessed and the devil's in them. Yeah, that's some Lori Vallow shit right there.
Something's
Like you just don't say something like that about your child. I don't know. I'm very glad I did not cover that. That would have been too.
It would have been too much for you. It would have been too much for a lot of people in this chat.
It would have been too personal for me, honestly.
Oh, and then we have a girl missing out. She's 35, so a lady from Alabama. Crap, I can't remember her dang name.
I saw her thing earlier in Discord.
Yeah, Madison, Alabama. Yeah, Lieberman posted it.
Let me see. Let me see if I can scroll up real quick and find her name real quick. I remember seeing it. Susie Bush.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Madison is pretty far away from me, so it's like all the way up north by Huntsville.
I'm doing a screenshot now of her picture so I can pull it up real quick.
I wanted to ask you guys, in Discord you were talking about Detective John something.
I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
I don't know all the details, but I'll tell you who it is later on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the lady that Avery's talking about.
Yeah. Doesn't really give you much details, like about the circumstances surrounding, her missing.
No, she's been missing since January the 6th of 2022. She's 35, 5'4", weighs 135 pounds. She was last seen Thursday, January the 6th at Applebee's on Hughes Road. Her family's not heard from her since then. They think she may be driving a silver 2002 Honda Accord with Alabama tag 47578H31. White female, brown eyes, blonde hair, has a tattoo of a butterfly on her right arm, and her direction of travel is unknown at this time. I wish whenever they know that someone who is missing has a tattoo, that people put the pictures of there's pictures of them on social media that they put themselves and it has their tattoo in it. I wish they would put a picture of the tattoos if possible.
Okay, now I'm going to take pictures of all of my tattoos and post them to Facebook.
Because that's just, if you ever go missing, it's very easy because people can change their hair color. They can get color contacts. They can be wearing a cap, a baseball cap, anything like that can change their look. Glasses, sunglasses. But the only way you're going to change a tattoo is if you add to it, or you cover it up, or you have it removed.
Yeah.
And so it's just the tattoos and I know a lot of people don't like tattoos, but it's a very easy way to check and see if that's the person who's missing.
I love some tattoos.
So it's just, I think there's a way that you can get the picture of the tattoo. It helps.
Yeah, for identifying. Yeah.
Right.
Has there been any updates on Katie Ferguson?
Let me check. I haven't checked in about a week, but the last time I checked, there hadn't been.
I don't understand why he hasn't been charged with, her death.
Nope, there's still nothing. They
Weird.
haven't released the other two body cam footages from Texas and Colorado. She hasn't been found. Nothing.
So weird.
And there's nothing on Nicole Baldwin either.
I'm beginning to think with Madeline Soto that they actually don't know her cause of death. I think they're waiting for toxicology because I think they really don't know. I think there was probably no visible signs. I don't think it was violent.
I honestly, because she was so young, I don't think they're going to release her autopsy. I really don't.
They won't. They probably won't, but I think they will at least give us the manner of death.
You think? Okay, there's nothing new on Nicole Baldwin either. They might put it out, but the autopsies though. Since she was found March the 1st, they probably haven't even got it back yet.
Yeah, they had a press conference yesterday giving us an update, which they said the mom is cooperating. They said that anybody who was close to Madeline is a suspect until they're eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they haven't received the medical examiner's report. So that tells me they're waiting on toxicology.
Yeah, because that could take 6 to 8 weeks or longer.
Which I'm sure they're waiting on toxicology on Audrey Cunningham, but I'm sure if they visibly could see a cause of death, or the medical examiner could, I believe they would have.
Well, if she's got anything internal that could have caused
Mm-hmm.
death. Let me think of something that's not a broken rib that punctured a lung. I'm just using that as an example.
Mm-hmm.
That would be something that they wouldn't know until they got into the autopsy. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
but they would know that by now because.
yeah, I mean, maybe a preliminary report just with the cause and manner,
Mm-hmm.
but they may wait until, because I mean, they haven't even. I think when we see murder charges against the cockroach,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll know that they have a cause and manner. Because
And then,
I think that's what they're waiting on before they charge him, is that cause and manner.
they asked I'm not sure who the lady is with the police department that did the press conference, but they asked her if there was any other victims, and she said no. Everything that they found in his phone happened in that house.
And you tell me that Mama didn't know.
And so I guess it was just Madeline.
Yeah.
So I don't understand like the stuff about the kids under 5. Maybe he just had like images or something.
That could have been. And hold on, I think I still have the thing on my computer. Let me go back and read that to see how exactly it is, how it's worded, because it may be something that the way the charge is wrote. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I do believe that it says on there. Oh shit! No, I don't guess I don't have it. Then I don't guess this is the other one. Where is the? Well, damn! I thought I had the one that was, what was it, like 30 something pages?
Yeah.
I don't guess I have it anymore. Libra, was that you that sent that to me?
I think it's under the Madeline Soto tab in your Discord.
Okay, let me go to that real quick. See where we go. Right here. I think it said in those documents one of the following, and then it says it starts naming off those: child under 5, bestiality, like all those different things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that could be.
Tonka, have a good night. Okay, let me go. Wait, yes, here it is. If it lets me see it, because it is in Scribe, and I don't have. Okay, yeah, it's gonna let me see it. Okay, let me
I'm
just.
getting ready to send you. Do you need the site where it is on Scrub? I've got it up here.
Oh no, I've got it on here.
Okay.
Let's see. All right.
Sorry, I've been quiet. I've been loud, so.
No, you're good. Okay, I just want to find one of these charges that has that. So no, it was like way down here. Okay, so this is how it reads, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is like I'm reading like count 21. Okay, so it says Stephen Michael Stearns knows to include any S conduct by a child, in doing so possess 10 or more images of any form of CP, and the content of at least one image contains one or more of the following: a child who is younger than 5 years of age, misogynistic abuse involving a child, SB involving a child, bestiality involving a child, or any movie involving a child, regardless of length or regardless of whether the movie contains sound. So I think that's just how the charge is
So it
written.
could be any of those things.
Yes, it could be any of
Oh.
those, because that's what it says, contains one or more of the following for that charge. He would have to be one of those or more than one of those things listed for him in order for him to catch that charge.
And what are they again? Okay, so the one with the animals,
Okay,
the
it's
Sado.
okay, so it's a child younger than 5 years of age, misogynistic abuse involving a child, SB involving a child, sexual bestiality involving a child, or any movie involving a child, regardless of length and regardless of whether the movie contains sound. So we know that there was video because that's what police said. It's in the other charges. There was photos. So everything that they found in his phone, whether it was a photo or a video, he probably caught 2 different charges for each one. One's written one way and the other charge is written this way.
That makes sense.
So that's probably what they mean. And that's how he ended up with 60 extra charges. He caught 2 charges per thing.
Did you hear that somebody anonymously sent Plunder like different videos of Madeline, videos of her sitting at the table playing with her friends on, her birthday party, but before she passed, and videos of her as a younger child and stuff.
Mm-mm.
She said that they came from anonymous, or the person wanted to stay anonymous. I have a feeling it's her. It's Madeline's stepmom sending it.
Could be.
But she looked happy though in that video at her birthday party. She's sitting at the table playing. She looked much better than she did in that one picture. She
Oh
looked
God, yeah,
much healthier.
that video of her 12th birthday, she looked.
This was her 13th birthday.
Yeah, but that video of her 12th birthday though,
Oh, I hadn't seen that one.
yeah, it has there's balloons behind her that says the number 12 on it and all that. She looked. I didn't listen to it. I'm assuming they had started singing "Happy Birthday" to her, and in the very beginning of the video, she's smiling and everything, and just like, I don't know if somebody walked into the room or what happened, but within like the first 3 seconds, her face went from smiling to this very sad look, and she like put her head down, and she just her eyes had the black around them. I don't know how else to explain it. Just this look of pain, upset. I don't know how else to explain it. It's very sad to see, and I think it was posted in one of the Facebook groups. In there.
Well, in the video that Plunder played. God bless the dog. Sorry. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, Sarah Beth, I saw that too.
In the video that Plunder played of her 13th birthday party, Metamom noticed it because I didn't even catch it. But she's sitting at the table with her friends, and one of her friends is recording her. She's having like a good time and everything, and then it's like something catches her off guard, and she jumps, and it's almost like as if somebody walked in the room or sat down at the table, and once Metamom pointed it out to me, and I went back and watched it again. I think it was Stefan. And
Can you post that in Discord?
Yeah, I'll have to get it. Yeah. It's on Plunder's channel. I'll post it. But it's in her grandmother's house.
Oh, I'll just go there and watch it.
Jen.
Well,
Jen.
didn't one of the friends, one of Madeline's friends' mom, say that he wasn't there at the birthday party?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was there.
And but at some point he went and picked Madeline up from the grandmother's house the night of her party and brought her home. 'Cause
Maybe
that-
that's what it was. Maybe he had arrived to get
maybe
her.
yeah, he might have showed up or something. Because I'm telling you, y'all, her 12th birthday party, it was like I said, she has a smile. As soon as quick as she put the smile on her face, the smile went away, and just this look of I don't know how to explain it. It was just, it would break your heart to see it.
The grandmother, I mean, I think she like obviously has money because the house is freaking unbelievable.
Isn't
It
she
is,
a real estate agent or something like that? The grandma? Didn't I hear that?
I think so. But that house, like you could see behind Maddie, like windows that go up, to a second floor, like that high, like just you
Right.
can tell, like it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think that she's money. And then I seen where some people had screenshot Jen Soto's Facebook from quite a few years ago. Oh,
Metamom said she thinks somebody touched her under the table, or whoever was beside her, their hands are on the table. Looks like a male.
okay, is that better?
Yes.
I seen where somebody had screenshot Jen Soto's Facebook posts from years ago and put them, in the Facebook group, and it was her talking about bipolar and her medication not working and things like that. So I guess she does have, like a
Mental illness.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't
because
know.
that was like years ago before Stefan.
There's just no way you can make me think though that she didn't know what was going on in that house. It's just after what I read in
Oh
those
yeah, I think she
60
knew.
in those 60 charges, there was one thing for sure that she should have been able to tell. Like I said, if she paid any attention to her daughter, she would have noticed something.
The only thing is, like Benny points out with the timeline of when they know that he was doing things to her, is all times when Jen wasn't home.
And that, I mean, it could have
was weird.
happened when she wasn't at home, when Jen wasn't. But this one thing, she would have noticed the pain that little girl was in.
Right. I know.
But
I know what you mean.
You
yeah.
know, if
she
my
would have
kid
noticed.
if my kid had those dark circles under their eyes all the time like that for years,
You should have known something.
something, I mean, that's a clue.
That's something you take your child to the doctor for, and you get labs done because
Right.
you're thinking maybe they need some type of
Maybe they're
multivitamin,
anemic, maybe,
something. Yeah,
I noticed her mom has them too.
you. Once I read those 60 charges, you
Yeah.
can't. It's just that one thing.
Yeah.
Um,
You think the
It'll
school
be
would have noticed too.
it'll be interesting to learn. It's gonna come out. If she did know, they're gonna find out.
yeah. I don't know. I'll always believe that she knew. Because if she didn't pay attention to that, then she wasn't paying attention to her child. Because she would have been walking different. She would have been
Right.
sitting different. She would have been in pain. She would have been uncomfortable. She
Yeah.
would have been. She would have been acting different.
Right. Yep.
So if she paid any attention to her child, she would have noticed that.
I agree.
Yeah, the more that I think about that one particular act that you're speaking of, the more that I think of it, I think she would have had to
That's
have
just not something that happens and you're fine a day or two after.
Well, that's uncomfortable for a grown
Right.
person, let alone a small child.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She had to have known, and that's you. You can never. She can scream it until she's blue in the face and she didn't know. You would never make me believe it.
No.
Mm-mm.
She can take a polygraph and pass it and say she didn't know, and I'll never believe it. It's just,
Yeah.
and there's proof. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for the justice system. And when somebody is accused of something, they go through the system and they have their trial and everything. But in this case, there's proof that this man done it. His birthmark, it gave him away.
Yeah.
He videoed it. It's on his phone. This was his phone. This
And you
wasn't somebody
plead not
else's phone.
guilty.
Right. What is the point?
I don't get it.
But what is the point of even having a trial? Like,
People have to be put through that.
you know, her family has to be put through this. Her friends will hear about this trial and what's presented as evidence in this trial. Then you have a jury that has to sit through this trial and listen to all this stuff that happens to this little girl.
And I'm sure they'll show it too.
Yes.
A lot
Well,
of it. Yeah.
Vinny said something. Oh God, how did he word it? They wouldn't something about like they wouldn't show all the videos, but
No,
they
it would probably be just enough to
No,
prove that
enough,
it is
yeah.
him.
Yeah, and he said like they would take the jury into like a different
Yeah.
room
Oh
for
yeah, they're not going to show that where the public because you're not supposed to have cell phones in a courtroom and have them out and all this and that. But if somebody is in that courtroom, there's always a chance that there's a cell phone that's going to quickly shoot up in the air and snap a picture of something that they're not supposed to be snapping a picture of.
Mm-hmm.
So that will probably be something, or they may clear out the entire courtroom and show it to the jury, except for just the state, the defense, and the jury and the judge,
Yeah.
and that's it.
My
Everybody
point
else has
was-
to leave.
My point was they're going to have to see enough to know.
That it was him that's doing it to
Yeah.
her. Yes.
And the sheets and the
Yeah.
room and
I would hate to be on that jury.
yeah, no, I wouldn't want to hurt him.
So what is the point of having a trial? He done it. There's proof he did it. Why waste people's time?
Because he's a narcissist.
And I just throw him out the damn Everglades.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You would think his attorney would advise him with them having video evidence and everything and pictures and stuff. You would think his attorney would advise him, to
Go ahead and plead guilty, because if you take responsibility for your actions and plead guilty, you might get a lesser sentence, or this, and not the DP. But hey, he needs the DP.
And it's weird he waived his arraignment.
Yeah.
So officially he hasn't entered a plea.
I think his attorney went in and did it for him, wasn't it?
Was it not guilty? Well, obviously. I guess
That's what I've heard. I believe that's how they said it. That his attorney went in and entered the plea of not guilty for him. Hey, Max, I think that's what I had heard, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But I think that's what I had heard.
I think that's what I heard as well.
That he didn't
His
go
attorney
to.
did.
Yeah, he didn't show up, so his attorney entered the plea for him.
These people should have to sit in that courtroom.
Yeah.
Like
Avery-
Adam Montgomery, that dude got off easy. He should have been chained to that stupid chair.
Yes. And Avery, are you hitting your mic?
Shoot, I was typing. No.
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Okay, it was you typing then.
Shoot, if you could check back chat. Yeah, I was type. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I'm probably just gonna get off of here anyway. It's almost 3 o'clock, y'all. I'm still not used to this new time.
I'm not either. It's crazy. Well, I'm sorry
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been kind
getting
of quiet
sleepy.
tonight. I've been trying to finish some stuff up, but
No, you're good.
It was nice being up here with you guys again. I love you. I'll jump down so you can say your goodbyes.
Okay, well, thank you for coming up.
Same
Good
here.
night, everybody. Sleep safe.
All right, you too. Avery, thank you for coming up.
Thank you for having me. Good
For
night.
sure. Have a good night. See, if Stephen Stearns actually thinks fellow prisoners don't know who he is, what looks like in what he did, he is delusional. Margaret, they know exactly who he is. I can tell you that more than likely someone on the outside has followed this case. Sarah Beth, have a good night. They have followed this case. They know what jail he's in. They also that same person on the outside has someone who is in jail, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their husband, baby daddy, whatever. And that outside person has went and told that inside person, and it's already around the jail of who he is, what he's done, what part of the jail he's in, and all that. Jail gossip goes just like gossip out in the real world. Wait, somebody called into a show saying that he's handsome. Oh, God. That's so disgusting. Anybody who could say that man is handsome, it's, in my opinion, is defending what he did. And that's disgusting. All right. I'm about to get out of here for the night, y'all. Okay, I was just reading my back chat real quick. All right. So I'm fixing to get out of here. I need to try to get to bed. I will be back tomorrow night. I am going to dig into Caleb Harris's case. Michelle, have a good night. And see what other information I can get. So thank you all for joining us tonight. It has been fun. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Michelle, have a good night. And wherever you may be, please be safe. Sleep well. And I will see y'all tomorrow.